Hello, we're back. Much to everyone's regret or amusement. Take your pick. Got the usual crew here. Colvin, Ed playing Colvin, Abrazar playing Gulda, Venny on Jadis, Nord on Tenya, and Dat on Varus. And of course, yours truly, Diabolical DM. Who would like to lead us in with a recap of this last session for a bardic inspiration?
As far as this goes, I think it should be Tanya, given she was the focus.
Yeah, I think she was pretty central last week.
My ADHD memory only picks up parts. Need reminder here and there, but yeah,
Right.
I was my last session started with me in a cell, due to her own poor choice of judgment or judgment choices. However, I believe, or in my personal opinion, she came out on top of it. With some help, managed to plead her innocence and got proven innocent. Managed to make a deal.
I will correct you there. She wasn't found innocent. She was found negligent.
Yeah,
and fined.
negligent. Yes. But managed to. She got fined 50 gold. Managed to turn that around and even it out to 0 by using her own wits and mind of creation to offer the guards security measures of their own for their own weapons for a payment of 50 gold. Also managed to get her access to a very fine workshop.
Just the one gnome's very, very...
A very irritated gnome.
No kidding.
Where she actually has spent the remainder of her last session. Moving over to the rest of the group, Colwyn and no, wait, it was Golder and Varys and who else for the dinner?
Golder, yeah. You've got Golder and Varys attending it as guests.
Yeah.
You got Jadis attending as entertainment.
Oh, that is right. For a dinner. Well, this wasn't actually. Was this one of the planned big dinners, or is this a dinner that just happened to happen?
No, it was planned.
It's
one.
All right.
It's not quite an estate dinner, but it's a meeting of several leaders that are attending it.
Yeah.
And some other guests. So it's officially not official.
Officially not official, yeah.
It's not official, but there are procedures to go forth and respect due to leaders. So, yeah.
Yes. Also, we have our bardic kitten who managed to have a couple of members excommunicated from the Bards Guild for
does not take lightly being drugged.
No, drugged kitties, but it's an unhappy kitty.
That led to a question between her and Tamand. It wasn't drugged so much as poison.
That's true.
This is true.
Oh, come in.
You can't remember the circumstances around it. If you got answers for how or why, I can't remember.
Well, the overall was that the lass was kind of jealous, but we're not sure if somebody else had taken advantage of that jealousy.
Right.
Or not, but it seemed pretty suspicious because the type of poison is very much not common. And also,
they thought they wiped out
Mm.
amongst the elves, I believe, and
the
they
Shattered Hands.
That's correct.
yeah, they look to be back again. So
Mm.
it's very worrying.
We
Yeah.
also had a very interesting reunion of clan members for Galder with his cousin, was it?
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah, the clan leader.
the clan leader and cousin.
Yes, it's my
which was
cousin.
very
and he was,
entertaining.
uh,
Which also will be attending this dinner, so we can look forward to some roleplay of drinking competition. I expect.
Yep.
Probably.
Considering that the cartographers are probably there, then yes.
A couple of them.
I feel sorry for
promptly,
you.
He's promptly ditched us with the tents and whatnot to go and sleep on a proper bed. Bastard.
Yeah,
He has.
I do remember hearing that both Raven and his old time companion Grimner will be attending this dinner as well. So yes, I do expect someone will wake up in the morning with a severe headache.
Not
Grimnir.
that.
Be the dwarfs.
Be that as it may, the ones drinking the most will probably be the ones with the worst headache.
Yep.
That being Raven and Grimnir.
Mhm. And the fact that they're not dwarves.
Yes. There might be other highlights that I've managed to miss out on.
I'll fill in a few things. The other thing is that Varys met with his uncle, character report his middle brother's death. Excellent role play there. Actually
was
managed
very
to
good.
make it sound like his character was literally crying over the microphone.
Mhm.
Very good.
He did an amazing work of carrying the grief there, which was brilliant. And has been tasked with organising a memorial with the day before the summit, the start of it. Jadis, as you said, excommunicated the two dancers.
I did
She,
make a point of saying that she wasn't pressing kind of personal charges herself. It's just that obviously if she's done this out of jealousy to me,
Yep.
I'm
It
unsure.
was concerned for the safety.
Yeah.
So she brought that file to Tammin after inquiring as to who might be. She met with the leader of Wind River, inquiring about. What was she inquiring about there?
Needed to get a message back to my guild about
Ascending. So she went there. Ali kicked Raven and her daughters out, and did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raven.
Brennan, yeah.
I'd be concerned if she was kicking Raven out of her bedrooms.
Yep.
Everybody would.
So had a quiet meeting with Jadis there. Jadis inquiring about a few things was suggested that Tammin was the one to talk to about the file that she had. Located that, saw the very conclusion of the clearing, went past Tenya, I believe, on her way into the workshop, and discovered that it was a vial of poison used by the defunct Shadowhand, which is, to the best of your knowledge, an assassination organisation / death cult sort of thing, which was wiped out between the joint efforts of both the elves themselves, the investigators such as not Tammin, but the man that taught him bloody Sergeant Kalen in the Assassins Guild, operating out of the human lands of the Riverlands and Solsgard. To the best of knowledge that they possess, they were completely eliminated and eradicated. Outside that, I don't think there was a lot that occurred except for a conversation down in the mess that our wondrous little halfling there had about horse racing.
That is right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we will be revisiting that anon, but for
Yes.
the immediacy, there are other more immediate matters to attend to, and I'm more than happy to come to that when we are ready.
So
Yes.
we'll start it out with Teddy in the workshop. Was there any tinkering rolls? You've done your tinkering rolls for the night, actually.
Yes, I believe I did before bed.
Yeah, right at the end.
She doesn't really have much
Yes.
much big plans for the early morning other than pouring down
So-
or getting some coffee and then continuing working before she meets up with
So you
anyone
poke
else.
your head out at one point, asking the guard that's stationed there for a meal and a cave,
Mhm.
and you'll munch on that as you continue to work, drawing blueprints. At this point, you're still working on the planning stages, I believe.
Well, I think she's started to work on the actual physical frame of her pistol.
Yep. Oh yeah, you were working on the frame, and they did the planning for the internals.
Yes. So she's getting closer to having her hand pistol.
So, Colwyn, you come back to camp after everything's said and done. With Varys, you meet with Golda. Golda's getting organised. He's said he's going up to the camp. You see him go into there, collect his gear, and start heading up to the keep. I believe he said that he's probably going to be staying up there with his kin,
I
and that's where we'll pick up.
Yep.
With Golda heading up properly to get a bit tidied up, get a bit ready for this gathering, let's say.
Mhm.
This, while it's not an official event, it's still formal, where, you imagine that these delegates are going to be having a quiet conversation about things.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I was gonna have a word with my cousin, wasn't I?
Yep.
About armor.
Yep. Okay.
Because at the moment I've just got some spiked mail on, haven't I?
Yep.
So he was going to have a word with him, see if he'd got any half plate that he could swap it out for.
Plate or breastplate is what I'm looking for, not half plate.
Half plate's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A breastplate does nothing extra for me, so
It does some extra
really.
for me without stealth disadvantage.
Anyway.
Yep.
So I wander in to see my cousin about this.
So you head in, still taken with this stonework, this dwarven stonework.
Mhm.
Head up to it and you knock on his door. Actually, it's your cousin. You don't even knock. You just barge in.
Mhm. Hey, cousin. You busy?
Yeah, but I always got time for you there, cousin.
Awesome. Right. As we were talking earlier, and I've got the new lovely great axe, which is amazing. Thank you. You asked me if there was anything else, and I was thinking this spiked armor. It's not bad, but I just wondered if you had any half plate kicking about.
Looks at you. Baby! Oi, you! Guard! You see a guard poke his head in from the door. We got a spare half plate? I don't believe so, sir. Well, then you can take yours off. Get out of it. He looks good. Expression on his face is not best pleased. But he immediately starts taking his armor off. I'm joking. We'll sort something out for you, Calder.
Galder's trying not to laugh. Well, you've got him well trained, cousin. I'll give you that.
Right.
Anything you can sort out would be grateful, because this spike stuff it's all right, but it's not quite right, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Especially, I mean, on the ship you don't want anything from heavy. But since you're land-bound for the time being, might I suggest going down to see a blacksmith in amongst the tents. I'm sure there's someone there with some fine armor. Could either do a fitting for you or something.
I think that's a very good idea. I'll do that tomorrow. But now I'd best go and get changed into some fancy stuff for this here dinner thing.
Aye, lad, that sounds grand.
Right. Thanks, cousin. I'll see you in a bit for the dinner.
You go out and you see the guard there struggling to tie his armor back on.
I give him a hand.
Flustered. Thank you, that man. Thank you. That cousin, the yours man. He's
evil sense of humour. Don't worry about it. I've been on the receiving end several times.
You see a kind of grin on his face, shaking his head. He got me good. I thought he was honestly going to get me to strip my armor off.
He couldn't do that to a fellow dwarf, but it's still funny. But he's got me with some beauties over the years. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I cannot deny the clan lord. Though I don't think he'd be clan lord for long if he ran around making those sort of demands.
Aye. Very true.
You're looking to go get cleaned up there, are you, lad?
Aye, best do. Gotta go to this dinner thingy.
Well, there's a bit of a steam bath down a flight or two, or you can get a tub dragged in.
I'll nip down to the steam bath. Sounds like a bloody good idea to me. Thanks very much.
No worries, lad. It's great. You go from the hot to the cold tub, and it just makes you feel alive.
Aye, sounds good to me. Right. Have fun. Try not to lose your armour. And
Gives a big, deep belly laugh as you walk away.
Goes down to the steam room and starts thoroughly enjoying himself.
No worries. We'll pick up in a moment. Jadis, you return to camp, passing Galder as he leaves.
Give him a wave.
Hi.
Yeah, I'd kind of make a quick round, make sure that everybody's all right. They've got what they need. The camp's kind of at least fairly secure.
So you do a routine inspection of the camp, checking the perimeter, everything, checking that the cart's been unloaded properly.
And I'll go to my tent.
Yep.
And so I kind of start getting ready.
Well, before you get there, you go around, check in with Daisy. She explains it and says how much of a help Galder was. Checking the perimeter, you see the guards patrolling still at random intervals, and it feels nice and secure. Checking the cards are unloaded perfectly, nothing left in there that doesn't need to be there. Standing there all alone, you see steel defender staring blankly at one of the cards. You gather that Tenya left an instruction there for it to follow the card.
Mhm.
After that, you head, as you said, you head towards your tent.
I sort of like kind of stop as I get to my tent, sigh, turn around. Kind of shake my head and sort of like kind of pat it on the side. And for some strange reason, I don't think. Hang on. Oh, my head's gone. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can do her accent anymore.
Oh no.
Shush. No, I don't. That's weird.
Your Russian accent has vanished.
No, there it is. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
You have been. Seems you have been forgotten, little one. Come on, follow me.
Kind of whines for a little bit. Roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion.
Hang on.
19.
Yeah.
Let me...
Have they even given you any sustenance? They have not, have they?
Looks at you, whines. It knows to a certain extent. Okay, let's do a thing here, Nord.
Mhm.
How much intelligence has your steel defender got? I mean, I know we've talked about her personality with the. I mean, it's entirely open to debate as to how we want to make it.
Yeah, the Steel Defender intelligence is 4 with a -3 modifier.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And when it
So-
comes to sustenance, it doesn't really need any. It's mechanical.
No, it doesn't actually say that. There's nowhere in it that it says that. I had a look at it the other day.
Yeah.
Um,
It says that it's immune to exhaustion, but it doesn't say that it does not eat or drink,
Yep.
which is specified with other mechanical beings.
Mm.
It doesn't even state that it doesn't need to breathe.
I was curious.
Yes.
19. Let's do a. What's his wisdom save? What's his wisdom save mean? Bonus.
+0.
That is a 10. Whines a little bit and pads quietly over to you there, Jadis. What I meant instead of intelligence was personality wise and what it acts like.
Mm. Yeah.
I can make it pure robot, but I think we've kind of put it as it looks like a dog. It kind of, to a certain extent, it acts like a dog.
Yeah, she gave it some sort of like doggish personality, just because to make it more non-constructy, to give
And
it some
with that-
personality.
With that came a dog's intelligence, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, you've made it not just look like a robot dog, it's a dog that's a robot, a robot that's a dog.
Yeah.
I think is what we'll settle on.
She's gonna kind of take it to her tent with her. Kind of have a brief stop by kind of one of the supply tents and kind of have a nose around for. Well, she remembers Bastion, so she pulls out a sort of like kind of some alcohol. Kind of shrugs and. I do not know if this will do, but let's see. And yeah, basically dragged it back to her tent, feeds it alcohol.
Oh god.
So you take it back to your tent, find one of the cooking pots, pour the alcohol in there. And the Steel Defender doesn't actually start drinking it, just starts biting at the alcohol and splashing it everywhere. Make a dexterity saving throw for me there, Jadis.
I am nimble as fuck. 23.
As it bites the water, you see the alcohol. It starts splashing everywhere. Like you said, you're nimble as fuck. You leap back, quick as a cat, barely missing being splashed. But
Get near that.
it seems to settle down after a moment, and you realise that it is trying to drink it. It just has no tongue.
I look at the bottle. Come here, let's try this way, and I'll bottle feed it.
It clamps its jaws down on the bottle, tosses the head back, and drinks it.
There we go. Right, lesson learned for both of us. Now, place for you to sleep. Not my bed. And I'll get sort of like a spare blanket and kind of make a nice little nest for him.
As we said, there was plenty of they're very sumptuously decorated. Thick, comfy cushions, pillows. No real furniture, like chairs or whatnot, but plenty of cushions that you can sit on, low tables, that sort of thing.
Mm.
So, does a little bit of a circle around on the pile of cushions and blankets. A little nest you've made. It lies down, curled up, looking at you over its tail.
She gives it a sort of like kind of pat behind the ears and a scritch just because it's kind of natural reflex. You are off duty tonight.
Sound of claws on metal.
You are off duty tonight. Take a rest. And she'll go and sort of like kind of start getting ready for her outfit. So she'll sort of like kind of put it on. And I've got a heavy cloak that I can put on over it so that she's not flashing everybody as she's walking to the thing. And she's going to do her hair up. Not in a sort of like kind of ponytail, but it's going to be, she's going to spend a little time on it doing sort of like an elaborate braid. So her hair it's almost like a wild curl, kind of Esmeralda, but with braids style.
Very nice. So we'll leave you while you're there getting ready as well. And Varys, you see Gulda leave the camp. Jadis come in, wave. You see Jadis going around checking on her troop. Head over to the card, and we'll pick up a few there. I believe you were heading back into the keep as well, were you, last week?
Last week I said, hey guys, I'm gonna stay with my family, come grab me if you need me, I'll be at the keep, just ask for me. And then I went to the library, caused a panic. I went to the keep library, caused a massive panic.
So you were gone before any of that Gulda
Yeah.
and whatever happened, right? Never mind.
And then went up to the firing range and obliterated some dummies and stuff.
Pew, pew, pew.
So I'd probably still be in the keep.
So you've gone, we'll pick up a few at the target range. So you finish up practicing your Eldritch Blast, look up at the sky, see the sun starting to move down in the sky, and think, well, I've got that dinner tonight, I've got time's pressing. Is there anything you wanted to do before you head towards that, or?
Not really.
Okay. So you head up, knowing that you have that room there. You also know about the steam bath. You know that most of the elven rooms actually have a bath there, being a lot less social than the dwarves and more modest in nature.
Baths or raised to water. When you have most it's running because a lot of elves who know how to have precipitate would probably just precipitate.
Not than you do, man.
Well, Varys.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
So you just clean yourself up with your abilities. And start getting ready.
I might want to try and make it so that I walk with Carrick into the dinner and stuff.
Okay, so you finish up there and you head to Carrick's rooms. You knock, I guess. Yes,
Yeah.
or do you walk in? Knock, knock, knock.
He's still the head of my family, so yes, I give him it.
You hear something inside that could be come in, whatever. So you enter the door, open the door, or you might not, depending on you.
If I heard come in, then I enter.
You may have. It was distant, muffled.
I cautiously open the door.
Walk in. What's your passive perception there, sir? Well, it doesn't matter. You hear it clearly. Through the back room door, you hear, slightly half open actually, you hear the sound of splashing and a distinctly feminine elven giggle.
Oh, I.
And your uncle talking softly.
Oh, my.
Have I shown you my erotic stamp collection?
And
Sorry, that's my only input.
and she responds. You hear a quite elven female voice say, "Let's get your back washed there, sir." And
I'll wash yours, you wash mine.
and then she giggles again, and you hear a distinct gasp. And decide that now is probably not the best time.
Already decided it. At that verse says, I'll be back a teeny bit later then.
Hello? Is there someone out there?
Varys is probably already gone by that time.
Rank has its privileges. Hey, you made him feel all better with that healing, man. If he did say this.
Oh yes,
this
and
was
I'm guessing this
conversed.
is. I've probably got her name written somewhere in my book.
Yeah. Anyway, I know there was mention that she had an assistant and you had a suspicion there at one point. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Golda, coming back up from your bath, coming down the hallway, past Elven Suites, which you've got to pass to get to the bath and back to the Dwarven Suites. You see Varys backing away from the door, face bright red.
Yay, Varys, your uncle having some fun then?
I suspect so.
I see. Aye, well, the old bugger probably hasn't felt this good in years. So well done, but kind of your own fault, really.
I was the one who insisted on helping him. So
Well,
yeah.
aye. So, you about ready for this dinner thingy then?
Yeah, I just wanted to catch up quickly with carrot before dinner.
Oh, I dare say he'll be ready soon, probably with a grin on his face.
That last part's pretty much guaranteed.
I guess so. Right, I best go and get me best stuff on. Feeling much better after that. You need to try them, those steam baths, you know, they're great. Oh, you don't need them, do you? You've got that prestidigitation-y thingy.
I try to be resourceful and not waste things. You do not have that
Oh,
ability,
there's plenty of steam, don't you worry. Invigorating, that. Great. Right, I'll see you in a bit.
no problem. By the way, for the record, her name was Burrell.
Yep.
Which
Sounds interesting.
which I'm not 100% sure of at this point, but that was the name of
It's
the
not important at this
assistant
moment
earlier
in
on.
time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I've completely forgotten, Ash. What was my cousin's name, the clan leader?
Doran.
You what, sorry?
Doran. Dorin.
That was it. I've probably written it down somewhere, but I can't find where I've bloody written
It's
it.
all right. I've got it here, my notes here in front of me.
Yeah, my brain sloped off. But anyway, Golder goes and gets himself ready with his fancy gear that he got from the crownsman.
Yep. Kilt, traditional dwarven clothing in the clean colours, like
With
you
the full
requested.
kilt.
Aye. And to your mind, you look like that perfect appearance of dwarven nobility.
Oh, yeah. He even gives his armour a bit of a wipe.
And looking at the embellishments on the axe, this traditional crafted weapon of Dark Fist Clean, the whole ensemble looks amazing.
Right. Gorgeous as always. Right.
So you spend some time there with your beard maintenance kit, brushing it, trimming it, and with you, whatever style you want to put it into, if you braid it, leave it free, whatever.
Nice and neat and tidy.
Yeah. But as you're doing that, you hear a heavy knock at the door. Doesn't wait for an answer. Open, swings open. Doran's there. Again, full traditional dwarven nobility care for a noble there.
Right, looking mighty fine there, cousin.
And you see his hair neat, falling, tied back, and beard braided with a heavy gold clasp on there with the Dark Fist Clean symbol on it, and a circlet marking his station as Clean Lead.
Aye, very nice indeed.
You're scrub up fine, lad. Been an age since I've seen you in finery.
It's been an age since I've seen me in finery.
Aye, that axe goes well with it.
Aye, it certainly does. See, even give me armour a polish.
It goes, you missed a dent there, lad.
Oh,
Gonna have to knock that out or it's going to rust.
Aye, will do. Well, hopefully I'll not be wearing it so much longer. See if I can find some decent half plate and tomorrow. But for tonight, I'll tap it out in a minute.
Aye, do it later. You don't want to be messing your finery.
True. Right. Shall we be off, cousin?
I came to talk to you a bit before we went down in there.
Aye, sure.
got a message. Apparently, the storms regrets being seen on the Eastern Ocean over near Lifen's Reef.
Oh, good grief. Oh, dear. Right.
Weird thing is, though, lad, the ship, one of our ships, much lighter, and not a small trader, not the mighty vessel
Aye.
that the Regret is, had a run-in with it. Sir, tried to make contact to see how they were for you. Turned on them and
Right.
attacked it, ballistas and everything. Firing. They made a
Oh,
mess
dear.
of the sails. So I'm not no idea what happened there.
No, me neither. I can't see it being
I,
my family at the helm, unless they've gone stark raving mad.
well, from what the reports made, the ship looked like a mess. Sails all ripped and torn. One of the masts was broken entirely, apparently. And I cannot imagine your uncle, our uncle, being that lax in a repair.
Never in a million years. I mean, I know the storm will have probably done something, but we reefed all the sails in. You know,
Aye.
there was no, she wasn't under sail when I went over, so I made damn sure that we'd squared away before the storm when it hit. So
The Regret's crew's no slouch, and you're good at your job.
aye,
I mean,
they're good bunch, the crew. But
I'd
this
expect
is,
no less from our flagship.
well, that's the point. I can't see my uncle or my father, you know, letting things get that lax. I do
Nay, lad.
hope
Nay,
that they're
not
all
even
right.
remotely. Anyway, I thought I'd give you the information.
Aye, that's troubling. I'm
I know you've been.
gonna need a ship at some point to go after it.
Well, say the word, lad, and I can organise something. Get you a fine crew.
Aye.
Nothing so fine as a regret, obviously, but something to find it and find out what happened.
Aye. If it's been taken, then I need to go take it back.
Yeah, you need to sort something.
Aye. Well,
But
let's eat drink tonight and we'll make plans tomorrow.
aye, lad. Aye. But I figured you'd need to know what happened to Akin, or what reports that imply something of what's happened to Akin.
Aye. Well,
It
thanks
bears.
for that.
Oh, no thanks needed. They're my kin as well, you remember.
Well, aye. Quite so. I'd glad to have a word with this little group of travellers I've been going with. I reckon I can get them to give me a hand too.
No, they're a right good bunch, and are they?
Aye, not bad at all, actually. They've got some interesting skills amongst them. Come in handy, just in case.
It's
We've
good
been
to have
through
good friends.
been through a few things together.
It's good to have some good friends. You can
Aye.
live. You need. I know you love your job, but no regret, son. But getting out, seeing the world apart from the oceans, isn't a bad thing.
True. Been learning quite a lot.
Anyway, after this meal,
Aye.
being held.
Rumour has it, by the way, that Raven and Grimnir out of the cartographers are there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should prove interesting.
I've already sent down to the kitchen to ask how many kegs they're providing. It was very anywhere near enough.
Sounds about right with those two.
So,
And
so
us
I've,
two.
so I've remedied that breach of etiquette.
Oh, fantastic. Sounds like a good night is about to be had. I'll see which bush Grimnir's hiding under tomorrow morning.
Hey, he may win the drinking contest, but he'll lose the hangover contest.
Always. Right, let's go.
And off he goes towards the hall that the meal's being held at.
Let's be honest, Grimnir and Raven probably will bring a couple of honey mead kegs themselves.
Oh, we're counting on it.
Yeah.
We've got some proper dwarven ale.
Varys,
You.
you wait nearby and you watch later as the door opens slightly. Head pops out. You remember this woman, tall, slender, fair in complexion, golden hair, quite beautiful.
Slight bruise on her neck.
Sorry?
Small bruise on her neck.
Well, I doubt he's looking. Peeks out, sees you, starts a little bit, gives you a small smile, small wave.
I just give her like a knowingly nod. Hey.
So, look at your base.
You were breaking up something horrible.
I'm talking to myself more than anything,
Oh,
man. I'm just bringing something up on my phone so I can see it easier. It's easy to check, keep an eye on your passive abilities like your perception and whatnot, but it's not loading up. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, it's not the one I was looking at.
It'll be about a 13, I would have thought. Something like that.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, you proceed to head into the room with a quick knock. Hey, come in there, Ferris. Come in, lad. And he seems cheerful.
Varys is carrying the book he was given.
What do you got there, lad?
It's the book in the weird old elven language you gave me.
Okay. Oh, right. He takes it up and looks at it. I remember this. Made no sense. Made no sense to me. It's not Elven. I believe I had a scholar look at it once, and he said it was from out of the Feywild. Brought with us from you know our origins and descent. We came from the Feywild, and there's not a lot of history as to why we moved from there to here. Varying rumors, varying theories. A lot of knowledge was lost. Some think we were running from something. Some say that we were sent to colonize. None of us remember. As you know, so he puts his hand on the book. So much of it in history was lost before, and he has a dark expression. I mean, to my knowledge, half our people were utterly annihilated. I mean, when the continents were separated by the impact, it split the forests in half. I remember my granddad telling me about it. As he's saying this, there's another knock at the door. Arden, is that you? Oh, not Arden. Is it Arden, the older brother?
That's what you've been saying, but I always pictured it as Adrin. But
Adrian.
up
It
to
might
you.
be Adrin. No, it's up to you, man. This is your character's family.
Adrin.
Adrian, is that you? Yes, Uncle. You requested my presence. Yes, I thought I'd see you both before. I have something to discuss with you both. and it is to go no further than this room. You know that many centuries ago that my wife died and I had no heir. I have some suspicion that someone has been trying to take our lands, and for the time being, Adrian has been my heir. I did not think it was going to be possible, but I plan to remarry. And I will have an heir. In fact, I am going to have an heir. In his face is the biggest grin.
Oh, baby brother. Or
Baby
cousin.
nephew. Cousin, yeah.
Yes, that one.
No, it'd be cousin, that's correct.
Step brother? Yeah, cousin.
Still probably more of a little brother than anything else.
He leans forward, takes Adrian's hand in his and goes, I'm so sorry, lad. I know that you fought. Adrian shakes his head. I never wanted it, uncle. I know I've been groomed for it, but I will give my life to protect my cousin. I'll happily be first sword, house, Jillison. Ferris.
Congratulations.
He takes you by the shoulders. Lad, I have one request. You've spent so much of your time looking after me. Set yourself free. Go see the world. Learn what it is. One day I want you to take my role as a. You have the nature. Someone needs to stand up and try to keep everyone working together.
Ooh, Ambassador Varys.
But you lack experience, lad. Go out, see the world. Also, spoke of certain things. These rifts. This man. This Donovan Bay. Your friends. Your dreams. You need to get. And you can't be tied to an old man. I love you both like you are my own sons. But you need to live your own lives, see the world. Anyway, lad, gentlemen, we have a dinner to attend.
Cool.
And he leads the two brothers down towards the hall. There, Gulda, you arrive first with your. Go on.
Sorry. It's only because on the way down, because Varys hands the book back before he leaves and says, by the way, I worked out how to read it. I worked out how to read the book.
Smiles, puts his hand on your shoulder. That's good, lad. Good. Was there anything interesting in there?
History, this, that, teleportation spell, a bit more history.
History, you say? Our history?
Yes.
Oh. Might want to translate that for us. That is. As I said, we have lost so much.
Nice.
Zoom. Calder. You arrive at the hall, and you see, as you come in, you see a pair of towering basemen there in their best finery, rugged levers, heavy gold jewellery. At least that's in the case of Raven. Grimner is in his armour, great sword back across his back, shiny as hell. He's spent time actually polishing it. He's already got a mug in his hand,
Oh,
as has Raven.
Kind of. Well, look who it isn't. I see you've. Are you sampling our lovely dwarven ale, lads?
Oh no. We got some honey mead. Join us.
Oh,
Raise one. We'll get into the dwarven ale in a little.
oh, superb. I wouldn't mind trying a spot of that mead of yours. Gentlemen, if I could introduce my cousin and my clan chief.
I know him. Raven's like, we go to meetings all the time for the bay.
Well, this is a formal event, gentlemen. I do believe that we introduce ourselves.
Well, he points over in the corner. That's that bloke's job.
Right, fair.
And you see a guardsman there. Not a guardsman, a tall man, sallow face, brown hair, brunette, whatever you want to call it, with a full tabard in the colours of the Knights of Sol.
A herald.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what he is. And he, as he's going, may I present Master Doran Darkfist of the. That's High Lord to you, Clan Chief. Oh, High Lord Doran Darkfist, Clan Chief of the Darkfist. There you go, lad. You got it right. This'll be my cousin, Galda.
Hi.
Does he have a title? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about him.
Aye, nobody ever does.
It'd probably be Lord or something like that, but it's fine. He looks confused.
No, that's my dad.
Galda Darkfist?
Aye?
No. Dwarf of the Darkfist clan? Yeah, that'll do. That's fine.
Sounds good to me. Now, where's that
You-
mead?
As this is being said, you see tall, elderly elven gentleman standing in the doorway, Varys, and another elf that looks fairly similar to him behind him, just looking at it. The herald with a bemused expression on his face. Herald sees him, goes, Lord Gillison Carrick of the House Gillison. Smile, nods to the herald. And Masters Adrin and Ferris, the House Gillison. Master Adrin Gillison, heir to the house. He stops him. Yeah, that's. And Ferris shakes his head. And Adrin stops himself from whatever he'd been going to say. Carrick goes to the head of the table and motions Adrin to sit to his left. Raven is seated to his right as one of the representatives. Then Doran beside Raven. Galda opposite. Grimner right towards the bottom of the table. Several steps away, there's a large space between him and anyone where any of the other chairs are. He's been put in the naughty corner already.
Grimnir?
Yes.
It's probably safest.
Moments later, there's some small talk occurs, and not long after, there's a clearing of the throat by the herald again. And looking up, you see a tabaxi woman dressed in fine leathers and silks, fur cloak drawn with the hood drawn back. The lining of the cloak is actually seems to be leopard fur, snow leopard fur, and she has purest white fur you've ever seen. Lady Smooth Snow of the Woken Fjord tribe of the Tabaxi of the Withering Spine. Daughter of the chieftain of the Woken Fjord tribe.
Have spots.
No spots.
Then she'd be in exile.
No spots that you can see. That
The backstory for my character, there is a reason why she's been kicked out. And it's not just for her parents.
Intriguing.
She reaches up, touches her head, and in a slight salute to the herald, and you see, as she does, a faint drift of some sort of powder, and she does it, and you realize that fur color may not be entirely her natural color, and where she has touched it, there's a slight smudge and a darker spot. She has colored her fur, not with the ability that Benny has, but cosmetics. She has tried to be as pure white as she can due to her name. But there is a distinct where she has touched her head and this salute of a darker spot that she does not realize that is there now. So yes, she doesn't appear to have spots, but she does.
Would any of us actually know about that particular thing?
You, as a dwarf or a baseman, being so close to him, you aren't allied with the Tabaxi as such, but you are trading partners with them,
right?
To a certain extent, due
Question
to
is, would
proximity.
I know the significance of the darker spot?
From where you are, from where the Darkfist clan is, you don't really deal with the Tabaxi as such. You guys are further west on the bay.
That's fair enough. So I've no idea then what the significance of that is. The only person who would be Jadis.
Doran might have a bit. Jadis may or may not. Raven probably would.
I probably don't notice anything, if I'm being honest.
I am very pleased to be here. It sits down beside Galda. Master Dwarf, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You too, my lady. My name is Golda Darkfist, and my cousin across there is our clan chief. Has asked me to be here.
I do not believe we are discussing anything of import tonight. Just a little bit of conversation and examination of events of the past. Interesting things that we might talk about at the summit. Political maneuvering, mostly, probably.
Oh, no doubt.
Political maneuvering and looks at the dwarven contingent in the basement, and probably flagging maneuvering as well to the mouth.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt of that. Especially
Gee.
with a couple of the cartographers here who we've met before.
Hey,
Master Raven and Master Grimnir down there.
she gives a feline smile and goes, "Hey, the heroes of our times. Heroes of our time.
Aye.
We owe much for them, with the dark ascension." And she motions to a serving. "I will take a glass of wine, mate." And the first light meal is brought in, an appetizer, and drinks are there to be had. You start on the dwarven ale at your insistence, Golder.
Mm-hmm.
Honey meat is nice, but dwarven ale is amazing.
Yeah.
A
and
true
I,
work of the gods.
Well, obviously. I'd look over at sort of Raven. Let's go. Well, what's your opinion?
Oh, it's an amazing drop. This is why I love when you come to town.
I particularly find this one.
Aye, it's a good drop.
I look hurriedly down the table at Grimnir to see how he's doing.
He has several. He looks back at you. You see 4 tankards in front of him. Slams him back in chain. Leans back. Ah. Nothing like a honey mead with an ale chaser. Sorry, Varys, you were going to say something there?
Varys is going to try and strike up some small talk. And he's going to say, Raven, Raven, it's kind of interesting because I heard a story on exactly how you and your friends became the cartographers. Is it true because you used a priest in a cart as a weapon?
He
At one
stops and he stops, looks at you, goes, "I'll talk to you when you got a drink in your hand. This is a celebration, a meeting. We're here to enjoy ourselves and talk. And I'm happy to talk as long as you're doing the other one." And he insists, sliding a tankard towards you. "Try this. It'll put hairs on your chest."
Put hair on your eyeballs. What you on about?
Do dwarves even have body hair?
Oh, God, yeah.
All right, wasn't sure.
I think you meant elves, but yes.
Elves, yes, sorry. Never mind me.
I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure that dwarves do have body hair. They're rather famous for it.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
All right, as far as this goes, Varys starts by drinking it slowly and then goes,
What is he drinking? Is it the dwarven ale or is it the mead?
Let's do a d20 and we'll find out. Evens is going to be ale, odds is mead. That is a strong dwarven ale.
Oh, yeah.
personal roll here. He holds back on drinking it. I was going to see whether he realized that he could possibly try and cure his own alcohol poisoning throughout the night, but he hasn't caught on to that idea.
Yep. So he takes a sip.
back.
So he takes a small, polite sip, obviously. And as for the cartographer, that's just the cart and the priest. Oh, that's a story. That was a story. I wasn't there for that one, actually, so I can't tell it. I'm sure it's a story. I think I heard it from Titus once.
He would have.
basically, my understanding is that a girl had been taken by this. You know who it was, actually? It was that goddamn Rowan Luckland. The scum that was. If they'd known who he'd become back then, I don't think they would have let him go. They would have tried harder to catch him. But their interest at that point was rescuing this girl that he'd taken. And Titus, in his infinite wisdom, and obviously the guidance of Sol, has gone to the local priest, who was an elderly man, pulled him into a handcart, gone charging down blindly down the street while Gertie and Jin DeLun have sought to hold off and rescue the girl already. Comes roaring down the street, literally impacts on one of these brigands, these thugs, axes that guy, sends a priest flying, who amazingly does like a 3-point landing. The handle of the cart shatters, and the shattered part of it gets driven into the chest of one of these thugs that he'd hit, instantly killing him. So, yeah, apparently it was quite terrifying for the thugs, because they all tried to turn tail and run, which is a mistake because they got cut down almost instantly. But every time I told it, all I have is this vision of this elderly priest flying through the air, somersaulting and landing down on one knee, fist on the ground, all hero style. You know, it just makes me chuckle.
And you're not the only one, Raven. You're not the only one.
It's a good story, that one. I like that. I'll drink to that. Bottoms up.
Aye,
Downs the rest of his ale.
down Raven and Grimner. Aye. Doran looks up. Aye. Slugs it back.
All right, and
Doran goes back to his conversation with who's to his right? That was Adrian.
to Duran's right is Goldar, I think, but to
No. Gold
No,
is
I'm
opposite
across.
him. Carrick's right's Raven. Then Adrian's on his left. On Adrian's left is Raven. Opposite that is. Sorry, Raven's on the opposite side. Gold. Then Buddy Smooth Snow. Then Gold is opposite that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
I think I'm sat next
Oh.
to Lady Storm Snow.
all
Smooth
right,
Snow.
as far as this goes, I've got another thing I'll prompt Raven to tell the story about later on, but I'll leave that for now.
As you're talking, the appetizers finish, and Jadis, you arrive at the door, cloak drawn around you. Poke your head in, drawing the attention of the herald. He looks at the crowd, and you watch as servers start coming out, taking away the appetizers that were there. Herald comes out, leans forward. I believe they wanted you to perform between the appetizers and the meal, if you're right.
Fine. I will wait for signal.
And the last of the service comes out with the trays of food, and a refill of drinks goes around, and the herald steps forward. For your entertainment, lords and ladies. Jadis Silver Star, gold class bard of the dance.
Hey.
So she walks in to the center of the kind of the open area there. She's already taken her cloak and she's left that behind. Her fur is black with sort of like a silver grey lines that look like the ripples, the reflections of ripples. You know, you get water reflections on the ceiling, but they're still at the moment. She's wearing she's not wearing a top per se, but it's basically it's like a necklace of coins that cover her chest, as well as the belt. And she's got a sort of like a very diaphanous kind of skirt.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Waist. And as I've said before, her hair's sort of like kind of styled where it's tumbling down. It looks wild, but not quite tamed, but sort of like kind of pulled back purely by the braids. She's got small bells on her wrists and ankles, and she sets herself up in her starting pose. Kind of flicks her wrists very slightly to give this sort of like a singular chime. Despite the number of bells, it is a singular chime across the entire hall. And then she begins to dance, and as she dances, and it's a more elegant version of that dance that got everybody worked up.
Venny,
Not quite as raw.
Venny, before you go any further, let's make a performance check.
Yep. And I have got a +2 while I dance here today.
Mm-hmm.
So, fingers crossed. 26.
Best dance ever.
So as she's dancing, the ripples that she's got, those silver grey ripples, they actually move as if they are a live reflection of water. She is water come to life as she dances.
Around the table, there is various shifting of the male as it is, as she said, it's refined, but you weren't there for it, Golda. But
No,
it's
no.
a very sensual dance.
It's
It is basically as erotic as you can get without being pornographic.
Golda's thoroughly enjoying the performance. He's never really seen. I don't think he's really seen Jadis do a proper full performance. I think he's seen rehearsals and stuff, but he's never actually seen her perform in full. I don't think. So
Besides you can hear you hear a soft purr from Lady Smooth Snow, but then it stops, and there is a slight snarl. The sound as she looks at Jadis's fur. There's a frown on her face and an almost angry expression.
Mm-hmm.
The dance with a flourish and again a flick with a singular chime from all of those bells.
What's people as Golda's 14, Jadis is 17, Varys. So Jadis and Golda, you hear the sound of claws digging into wood, scraping across it as And you,
He-
Jadis, you see Smooth Snow staring at you, and it is not exactly a friendly expression, but there's a curiosity to it, and like a wondering.
I give blank look back. I
She-
take a curtsy and I head out. I am just the entertainment.
Yeah, Calder is giving quiet, refined applause in appreciation.
Doran leans back and goes, "Aye, oh, that kitty knows how to move." Phew.
Aye, she certainly does. She's a good friend.
I'm glad I'm not wearing tight leather pants today, I tell you.
Aye, me too.
Is that a common occurrence for dwarves wearing tight leather?
Well, yeah. Leather, heavy leather.
Aye.
It-
Yes, this.
Leather's protective.
We're in our fancy kilts at the moment, but we don't wear them for normal wear.
Well, oh, Calder,
Aye,
if that's one of your friends, then
aye, she certainly is. And Master Varys here is one of the others.
looks at Varys, nods. Aye, noble company you keeping.
Aye, he's not so bad when you get to know him.
That
Ah!
is terrible. That is terrible, Trish.
Chris, really?
Terrible.
Oh
I
God.
refuse to acknowledge that.
Yeah, we all refuse to acknowledge it. That's why that channel is named what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I didn't say it out loud.
Good man.
Yeah, good
He's
point.
learning. It can learn.
But aye,
Jesus.
there's a couple of others I can always bring him by and introduce you if you'd like, sir.
Smooth Snow turns to you and goes, "Might I ask, what is her fur color?"
Now that is a very good question. You see, she has the ability to change and make it as she wishes. So I'm not 100% sure what her actual fur looks like in normal
She
circumstances.
frowns.
Bardic magic, I believe.
She frowns, but then doesn't really say anything. Reverend looks at her. "Is there a problem there, Lady Snow?" Just traditions. And there's an anger to her voice and her snarl. Stupid traditions that cause many problems for kittens. Stupid
see.
males and their pride and their traditions about furs and patterns and tribal colors and
Oh,
purity
I
of
see.
bloodline.
Ooh.
Very, very troubled. If she's not from one of the tribes, obviously. She is from Solsgard or Earls Bay or somewhere.
Earlsby, I believe.
Oh, I've there's no good. She probably excelled as a kitten.
Quite likely. But I'd no idea of your traditions, ma'am.
Oh well, there's. Imagine, say, the dwarves, and if you didn't have a black beard, you say you were a redhead, and they decided because you had that redhead, they'd kick you out of the clan. That's
Don't
basically
really
that simple.
Oh, I see. So they value certain colours and patterns over others.
It's about purity of bloodlines, apparently.
I see.
Stupid traditions made by
Aye,
stupid men.
I am with you on that one, lassie. I sympathise. I don't know, obviously, because we don't have such a thing amongst us dwarves.
And you watch as she goes, this is stupid as well. And she rubs at her fur, and this shower of powder floats off her, and she waves it away. And she has this snow leopard pattern to her fur that she has tried to hide cosmetically, again due to tradition. A stupid
Look.
tradition.
I'd agree with you. I think you look better as you are.
I am not blameless. When I saw her, I instinctively was like angry. You must give her my apologies to her. I mean no offense.
I will do. No problem. But I wasn't aware it was so strict and that it was so. What's the word I'm looking for? Sexist.
Hidebound. It really can be, depending on the tribe, but is strongly patriarchal.
Understood. The dwarves
We should learn from our Leonin kin cousins. They are much wiser.
I've not really come across the Leonin.
Well, I believe there's a contingent led by Rora Greymane here.
I see.
He is a very wise and old Leonin.
Aye, I'm always up for meeting new people. But no, don't dare say I don't think I've come across Leonin before.
Yeah, they tend to keep to themselves.
Fair enough.
As you're talking, the next meal, the main course comes in, a large selection of fine foods and more ale or wine or whatever person's preference of drink is.
Oh, Golder's having a bit of a taste of everything, but he's, enjoying the meal, really, and enjoying talking to Lady Smooth Snow because she's somebody different.
Mm-hmm. And as you're talking, Gold, across the table from you, Raven turns to Varys. Sorry, Doran turns to Varys. So you've been traveling with my cousin there?
Yeah. He came up through Heartwood.
The Great Woods, the
Great Wood,
Elven
yes.
lands.
Yeah, he came up through the Great Woods and met us just near the border, and just before we were about to leave, after we ran into the cartographers and such.
I understand the cartographers were attacked. What happened there?
I don't know.
Over to you, Raven.
Raven, we got our asses handed to us. Next question. And he looks kind of embarrassed at admitting it.
I'm not 100% sure he'll be polite.
No,
to mention
we got our
certain
asses
details.
handed to us. Absolutely decimated.
Yes, by this.
Grimnir lost an arm.
Yes,
Grimnir lifts his arm up, waves. Works fine though.
yes, as far as this goes, it's interesting because we think the person who attacked us was Donovan Bay. And Varys kind of laughs it off that as if it was like a joke, or they're not.
Yeah. Donovan Bay.
Yeah, as if he's still around.
And you say this, it's an exchange of looks between a few people. The Basemen recognise the name with the close trading ties with the humans of Earl's Bay. Again, Clan Chief Doran frowns. This is something we got to talk about, then. I mean, this is serious business. Legend has it he was one of the most powerful. I won't say wizards because the humans weren't messing with actual wizardry back then. It's all technology, I understand. I mean, we have records that they came flying in on ships, not sailing, flying.
Aye.
And that
I
takes
do
serious
believe
power.
I do believe my companions here were actually travelling with a mechanical gentleman, a warforged, I think they called him, before I joined them.
A middleman, you see.
That it?
Metal, wood, a little bit of that, a little bit of both. I think. I didn't quite ask to look under his armor.
Carrick leans forward. Huh? I don't recall you saying much of this man. What happened to him?
Petrified.
No.
No.
Yeah.
The core was stolen.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I said. His heart. His apparently he has a magical heart which was stolen from him. We think, and if we get it back, he may make a full recovery, but we don't know how we're going to do that at this point in time.
So,
well, just if I can add something here. This Earl Denovan B was looking for these things. We came across him a bit later too, when we disembarked from the river as we were coming up here, and he came at us again. Thankfully, we had a little help from a large red orc. Enough said.
Doran, and you say this, lifts a hand and goes, "You see a red there, laddie? Are you sure he was red? Not painted or anything like that?
Not painted, he was red."
He leans back and goes, "You know you ran into a demigod, right? An orc demigod."
I see. I had my suspicions, but aye, that's the way that he picked up Earl Denovan B and gave him a kicking, I think, did it for me. But
I mean, yeah, as far as that goes, he could because of his size, he could bash the crap out of anyone here. But I didn't think demigodness.
How big was he? Because orcs are all pretty big.
Oh, but he was big. big. A lovely fellow, by the way.
I believe the orcs call him the Wanderer, patron of the path of warriors and hunters.
That would make sense. Aye. He could fight, and he was a welcome sight. Because to be fair, this Earl Denovan Bay fellow was, aye, not too pleasant about him going about his business.
Did he harm? Oh, he looks at you and goes, well, "Did he harm someone then? Did he hurt yours?"
He didn't hurt us.
Raven goes, "Yes, he gripped his arm."
Aye, there is that.
Again, Grimna, in the middle of down in an ale, goes, "Oh yeah, this one here, right here, works fine." And his words are slurring a bit at this point.
Ash, didn't they batter one of the a few people that were about when he met us later on, when Koo was there?
Yeah, he basically time stopped you and Vernon, did a mass hold on everyone in the room, basically.
Yeah.
And walked out without actually hurting anyone.
Right. I thought he'd clip somebody outside one of the boats.
Oh, right. He did bonk Buddy Vernon, I believe. He bonked Vernon and mass held and time stopped you and Greg. Sorry.
Yeah. So I sort of relay this what went off.
Yeah, go on.
Can I just point out that even though Varys was not aware of who being a demigod. It was explained to Gold last episode when he checked in with Durran.
Oh yeah, I think Doran did talk to me last time when I related everything.
Yeah, actually, he would have, but he
Yeah.
brings it up as a matter of course for everybody else.
Yeah,
And, Revan goes, "Oh, honestly, I'm kind of amazed. We fought a nascent god on its day of ascension. That was the hardest fight I've ever had,
Well, aye.
and we had no chance. This Denovan Bay. He may have blindsided us, but those orbs floating around far, and I don't know if it was him so much as the orbs firing off their magic at us.
So he had complete control over these orbs.
I don't know. I've never seen someone cast multiple spells in the space of a second, and he did.
Good grief.
I mean, it's like I think it was 4 or 5 orbs floating around, and we got hit by like 5 spells in the space of about a heartbeat. I've never seen anyone able to do that.
No, me neither.
The only thing I can imagine that this wanderer had some resistance to magic.
Well, it makes sense if he's a demigod.
Yeah, but we fought Rowan on his day of ascension, and he didn't have that kind of resistance.
Wow.
But then again, he was newly ascended and not anywhere near his full power. Else we'd have been paced, and you'd all be
Well,
groveling at his feet.
aye. Thankfully, we're not.
We dodged a arrow there.
No kidding. Or as we say, we dodged a Tanya.
What is a
Sorry,
tenure?
Nod. Another one of my companions.
All right, then.
A very interesting young tinkerer
Um,
and artificer.
as you're talking about this, Carrie goes, Varys, that's your friend that was locked up, was it?
Yes, and the reason why she's locked up is because she's an inventor, and a curious guard came over to see this new weapon she invented, and the guard accidentally hurt themselves. I'll say that much. I'll say that much. I'll say that. And he's. And he says, and of course, I'll leave it at that to keep this meal polite. But there is more to it.
Yeah.
But it's all dealt with now, anyway.
We'll start rounding this up. Was there anything anyone else wanted to cover or point to or whatever in this setting?
Nope.
It was mostly Gelder and Varys there.
Not that I can think of.
I was going to get Varys to. I was going to get Varys to have a drink and say, hey. I was going to get Varys to have another drink and go to Darren and say, to say to Raven and he was going to get them. He was going to say to Raven. He was going to say to Raven. And he was going to mention how you probably have a drinking competition, and then he's going to say, please
take your breath, slow it down.
Yeah, and then he said to Raven, please don't destroy this place like you did that monastery 10 years back.
As he does this and goes, oh no, that apparently was me. I don't really remember it. That was a great drink. I literally don't remember it. Raven looks at him and goes, that's because you were stone blind drunk on pure ether. No, that That was not something you should have been drinking.
At this point, Golden just collapses in giggles.
And the meal continues through another course of food, drinks, onto dessert. Just small talk occurring, and eventually, Carrie cleans back. Well, my friends, it has been an honor and a pleasure to share this meal with you tonight.
To your very great health, sir. A toast. May the torch go well. And drinks his ale.
And Raven, Grimnir. Oh, Raven lifts his mug in salute, as does everyone else except Grimnir, who, at this point, Varys, Golda, you notice that he's actually slid under the table and is unconscious.
At this point,
So
Varys says,
tempted to go and put him in some bush
is-
somewhere.
"Is he okay?" And walks over towards him.
Raven's like, he's fine. I'm not sure his liver will be eventually, but he's fine.
I don't think I can heal livers yet.
He's fine.
I mean,
Nothing he won't regret tomorrow.
Yeah. As far as this goes, I can do the odd poison and whatnot, but yeah.
No. You leave him. You leave him to regret this choice.
Aye. You never know. He might learn one of these days.
I mean, Grimner doesn't know how to pace his drinking, right?
Yeah. And this Ferris says, and this Ferris says, these dwarves do have some very good ale.
As this is going on, Raven leans over to Golder and nudges him in the. You know what? Grab his feet. We'll drag him out and plant him in a bush somewhere.
Superb. Love it.
Doran laughs and goes, "I know just a place. And better yet,
Right.
how about
We've
we
got a plan?
How about we plunk him in a bed? We got. I'm sure I can get one of. Well, there's one of my men there has had a bit too much to drink. He's a drinker. He's almost as bad as Grimney here. I'm pretty sure he'll be out cold now. How about we plant him in the same bed?
Fabulous.
Plant him in the same bush?
Yep. So,
Right.
all right, tally ho, gents, let's go.
Lord Carrick, thank you very much for a splendid dinner.
It was
We have
Raven,
plans.
Raven turns and goes, "I am sorry for my fool companion. He doesn't know how to pace himself, or he doesn't know the right respect. I swear one of these days I'm going to get his mage to turn his ale to water." Doran looks at Raven in absolute horror. Mages can do that.
Aye, cousin, they can.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an abomination.
Yeah, and of course, at this verse says, I didn't realize there was a god of sobriety.
Oh God, I hope not.
Oh, that's just an abomination.
That's possibly blasphemy.
That's got to be the darkest of magecraft. So you get there and between the three of you lift Grimner up, drag him off, and plant him in a bush downstairs. And from there we'll scoot over to Colwyn, middle of the night. Everyone's gone off and done their thing. You go to your tent at one point, and a shadow, you hear as a knife slides down the back of your tent, cutting a hole in it.
And draw my daggers.
You see a dark cloaked figure duck in. Hey now, lad. If you put the blade away, it's just me. And you recognise the voice of that of Kitty. Well, I understand
Heads
the
up would have
cause of
been
concern.
nice.
It is me. Well, no. Surprises are supposed to life.
Yeah.
Gives you a cheeky grin. Crouched, still crouched from where she's ducked into the tent through the new back entrance.
I'm gonna go get a cup of tea. I'll be right back.
No worries.
What can I do for you on this fine evening, Kitty?
Oh, the things you could do for me there, lad. She
Only so many hours in the night.
puts the blade away. Goes, anyway, I'm here about business, not pleasure.
I figured as much.
Word is from our agents that a certain dwarf has been seen here in the tents. We'd like you to be a good lad and see if you can scout him out for us. We've got some questions we'd like to put to the man. You can understand why.
What's his name and what do I need to know?
Hey, you got to be shitting me. You know his name. You're the one that brought his information to us. Oleg Darkfist, you clown.
He kind of rolls his eyes and says, "You know how many dwarfs I've come across in the last few days? Not all of them savoury characters."
She leans back and goes, 2, I've been watching you. Last week it was, you came across Oleg, and you've been travelling with one other. I mean, I don't think you've been up to see good old Darren Darkfist yet, have you?
Not exactly, no.
So, 2. Wait. I don't believe you actually saw him, did you?
Hang on,
Oh.
out of character, just to be clear.
You didn't actually see him. You never actually saw him in person. You
No.
got information, but you never actually saw him. He ducked out before you had the chance.
Yeah, so there is a reasonable amount of confusion that could be had there.
Yeah, she's working on second-hand information. She thinks you might have seen him. From what she said, she doesn't know whether you saw him or not. From the information you gave her.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I've never met the man in person.
Fuck. Check with Goldar. I think he knows him. Your friend, I believe he's kin.
Right.
Thanks.
And so, you want a broad spectrum here? Why he's here, what he's doing, what he could be up to.
I want him
As far as
dragged before me, not necessarily needing his kneecaps anymore.
So when you say scouting mission, you mean capture?
Yeah. He doesn't. You don't need to be gentle with this one.
No. You have any information you can give me just to how dangerous this dwarf is?
Well, what my brother's been able to obtain information-wise, he is working for the Crowns, which means he is Western realm, based out of Summerford. We gather that he's fairly highly placed, maybe an enforcer. So lethal, dangerous. Be careful.
And once I've been able to subdue this Dark Fist, where do you want him? I mean, where precisely?
She thinks for a moment, digs her hand, puts her hand into her pocket, and goes, You know what? Hand you a brooch. Just hold this and think on me sweetly and send me a thought that he's been captured, and I'll know.
Well, at least that part's simple enough.
Hands you the brooch and goes, puts a hand on your cheek. Take care of yourself there, sweet lad. Ducks out the thing at the back. Kitty's a woman of mischief and weirdness. Don't even.
Yeah. I'm not tending to give it too much thought. Alright. So I'm going to be busy come morning. Right. With that, he's going to go to bed, wait to see what the team looks like in the morning and seeing who he can sequester to aid him in this.
You hear, not long after Jadis returning to camp. Jadis, you've got a perception of 17, yeah?
Yep.
Give me one moment because there's a chance, depending on stealth rolls. You watch as a dark figure tries to move quietly away from the back of Colwyn's tent as you are returning to camp.
So I kind of narrow my eyes.
With your dark vision and your proximity, slender build, not short but human, cloak not up, long dark hair. She seems to realize you're looking, ducks low, and disappears into the undergrowth.
Most people wait till morning for Walk of Shame.
You hear a musical laugh in response.
I kind of stand there for a moment debating whether or not to go and sort of like kind of... Do I tease Colin or do I leave him alone for the rest of the night?
What are the odds that Colwyn's heard this exchange?
What's your perception?
1 second.
You are at a 13.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Honestly,
being quiet.
honestly, quite easily. You have been listening to Kitty fumble her way out. She must be distracted because she's making more noise than a bloody guardsman in full plate at this point, really. Almost as if she's trying to make noise so that people hear her leave.
Oh boy.
You hear Jadis say her line and the laughter and thing. What you hear that Jadis may and may not have. But it was so fun. So
I'm going to go
very
and wait for Jadis in her tent.
oh, cats and
I'll-
thieves. One's as bad as the other.
I'm gonna give a quick sort of like kind of wander around the camp, make sure that everything's all right. I know that obviously we're in a guarded area, but you know, somebody's just snuck out of the tent.
Coming into the tent, Colwyn, where are you and what are you doing while you're waiting there?
Honestly, he's just gonna take a stool and wait for her to come back so he can have a word before bed. It's not the teasing that bothers him, it's other things.
As you duck in, you hear a metal wag, wag, wag of a tail thumping on the a pillow and blanket nest. And it's like, oh,
You comfy there, boyo? Or girl? That's right.
puts it back down in the tight little dog ball with its head across its tail, basically.
One of these days I'm going to know what to make of you.
Oh.
I'm just glad you're on our side. Exactly. So, listen, I'm just going to be waiting here for the cat to get back and have a quick word. Don't worry, I'm not up to shenanigans. Then again, you'd know.
It cocks its head to one side. Meow.
That's right. And yeah, he just pulls up a stool, and he normally would attempt to kind of ruffle it the same way that you kind of sit with a dog if someone else is there, just like, yeah, hello puppy. But it's just like, this is a metal construct, and it's just like, I don't know what to do with you. So
Sits up as you sit down. Sits up, lays its head across your knee, looks up at you with big robot puppy eyes. As you're wandering around the camp, checking on things, Jadis, you hear Robo Mutt talking to someone in your tent. Woof. And you, at the end of it, you hear a meow.
Night is going to get stranger, clearly. Let's see what Friendly has. And I'll head back into my tent. Presuming I haven't seen anything sort of like around the actual camp itself, aside from kind of.
Depends on where you were when you did it. I mean, if you went around the circuit on the outside first, you probably didn't. I'm assuming you checked the outskirts first.
Yeah, I kind of checking
head
the
into
outskirts
tents and
first.
whatnot.
I didn't poke my head into tents, so sort of like kind of just because I mean, how late is it?
Probably about 8 or 9 o'clock. You did stay late for the thing. You went for the entertainment towards the first third of the meal. They had the appetizers. You came in, did your bit, and then they went into the main course and desserts afterward.
Yeah, then I'll probably be poking my head in tents, making sure that everyone's getting in and settled, because I did say early night.
You do have to. You do come in to poke your head into one at the sound of giggling, and just lying there talking and whatnot, nattering away late at night. Hey, Jadis.
How is everyone? Are you okay?
Very good. These tents, these are more comfortable in my room back at the academy.
Well, make most of it. It will not be often that we get luxury like this. Don't go overboard. We would like opportunity to come back.
Yes, troop leader.
Who is on breakfast duty tomorrow?
Daisy, I think.
Excellent. Right. Get some sleep. Good night.
Good night. And turns their lantern off, and
I'll
off you
stand
go.
in sort of kind of I'll check over the wagons as well, make sure that nothing's been tampered with.
And you see several guards walking around with torches or lanterns, patrolling, keeping the peace.
Set up. You have one last squick around the tents. I see there's one lantern still up. So I shout out, I said lights out!
Light goes out, and you hear a giggle from the tent. And a male voice answer it.
They use protection. And then I head back to my tent.
But
Yeah, can't do really much about it.
nope.
Nope.
It's alright, there's no dragons to seduce here.
Hold the one in my pants.
Anyway, Jadis goes back to her tent.
God.
You come in, Jadis here, to see Colin sitting down, eyeing the steel defender who has its leg across its head across his leg, staring up at him.
I narrow my eyes slightly. I am not on course for tonight.
Sorry, out of character. What did you say? I couldn't make that out.
I am not on course for tonight.
Oh, gotcha. That's fine. I think that performance you gave earlier was more than enough. Listen, the interloper you intercepted, Thieves Guild, they've got an interest in Golder's kin, Oleg Darkfist.
Sounds intriguing.
You're telling me? Just another simple job, bring in a Kingsman. Crownsman. Yes, because we're all totally not going to accidentally cross over the frame.
What's a
Well, it's a
Kingsman?
Kingsman. Long story short, I'm going to need your help on the morrow, yours and Golder's. If nothing else, need to brainstorm.
Well, if I can help, I will help. I'm not sure
Same
what
from me
I
to you.
do, but I will give my best. Nothing else, we can distract him with a dance. I'm very distracting, so I've been told.
Speaking of which, is the game still on, or am I taking a win for earlier?
I will concede that one.
Very good.
It was good.
You know what they say, half the game is timing.
It was marvelous timing. It was really good.
Speaking of timing, I think it's time for me to turn in. Busy day tomorrow. You're in good hands here, he says, kind of patting the dog. I'll catch you at breakfast.
I will see you at the breakfast. Have a good night.
Nods, smiles, leaves.
Colin, as you're getting up, you move this steel defender's head off with your hands. Lifting your hands up to your face, they reek of alcohol, as does your pants now.
Has he been relieving himself on him?
Stops.
I've
and just,
forgotten about that.
how is this? How is the dog fed? Is it a booze hound?
I kind of figured he'd need some fuel of some sort. Bastion seemed to be doing with ale, so I figured they seem similar, so why not try? Liked it well enough.
I can't fault your logic. Just look, I'm going to be interested to see what our artificer says when she finds out.
Well, she should not have left him alone. Poor thing was staring at the card.
Oh, that's no good, is it? In any case, see you anon.
Good night, my friend.
So as the night passes, everyone gets a long rest. Can I get you to make a D20 roll for me, Norton? No, nothing specific. I just want you to tell me if it's odds or evens.
That's a 12.
So on that 12, your Steel Defender goes into shutdown mode and compacts into its ball that you had originally.
Yep.
It was told to rest.
Yep, that's fine.
So who wants to start out the morning?
Well, given the time, are we wanting to have the break there?
Yeah, we can do the break. It's perfect timing, eh?
And then we can do Constitution saving throws for whoever wakes up first.
Yeah, that sounds...
Especially amongst the guys that.
The dinner party?
Yeah.
Oh, those that consumed alcohol in gross amounts should have disadvantage on those rows too.
I can already tell you that Grimner's waking up last.
we can all tell that.
Yeah.
Tucked under a bush with a derelict dwarven guard. In state address is entirely up to you, lads.
Down to the underpants, obviously.
Yep. Perfect.
You've got to have taken the don't leave the clothes there. You've got to have taken the clothes with you.
Oh God, yeah.
Actually, you Raven would have probably done something like strip him down all the way, and then leaving his like polka dotted underpants like if he's in the bush,
hanging off the top of the bush.
Yeah, no. He would have left him like out in the middle of like a clearing opening, so that he knows that Grimner would have like crawled out in the nude to get to his undergarments.
Perfect.
Nice.
And honestly, Doran has got that sort of personality where he'd do the same thing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And the guards, having seen seen this, probably in on it as well.
Oh, the guards will be pissing themselves laughing every time they walk past.
You know what? You do that, but when you come out in the morning, there, Raven is going to see that those jocks are flying from one of the flagpoles.
Salute to the tiny whitey.
You gotta love the guards embellishing shit like that.
So
It's what they do.
Some way off later in the day, you'll see Grimner at the bottom of the pole, covering himself up, like staring up, like, "Oh, why?"
Apparently, you had a very good time there last night, sir.
I can't remember.
Apparently, he had a very good time.
You got the reference.
Anyway, yeah, lunch break.
Yep. It is 27 past, so 1:45.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here and ready to go.
Sorry,
Just doing
cancel
some.
delivery. But yeah, I rolled a.
I can see it. I've got the thingy. I've got the logs. Okay.
I rolled garbage.
So we'll get a roll from everybody.
Whoa.
So, 14 against your better judgment, Varys. You did end up having a few drinks with the guys. Peer group pressure. More than half of the group there was drinking quite heavily. Now, roll another d20 there to see whether you click on about whether you could cleanse that shit. Just
It was a genius idea.
check your mic. Just check your mic there, Vinny, while you're ripping that up open.
Sorry. I'm done.
Okay. So now I need that constitution. I need that constitution check for me, Varys. No disadvantage. Colvin,
Yes.
roll a con check, man. We're doing a con check to see how deeply everyone slept and how well you woke up.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I was
Just
involved.
for a start
due to-
order. Just to have a start order on it.
Okie pokey. Oh God, come on.
Varys, constitution check, man. Constitution save.
Wasn't that the 14 I rolled? Or
No, that was a how stupid you were and how susceptible to peer group pressure you were. Because if you had been,
another nat 20.
okay, so you're more than likely going first.
Yes.
You are going first, followed by Colwyn. Tenya.
Mhm.
Con check.
Just a check, not a save.
Save.
A save.
This is just the marching order for waking up.
7.
Okay.
I'm going to be
What's
right back. I'm getting pie.
Yep. Okay, Varys, you wake up first, followed by Colwyn. What's your Gulder and Tenya? Who's got the higher con?
I've got
Plus
16
5.
con.
Yeah, so it'll be Gulder, then Tenya, then Venny last.
Yeah.
Varys, you stagger back to your room with the help of your brother Adrian, who has he's been in a few more drinking bouts. You were always the sheltered younger, the more scholarly type. And then, as you're walking down the hall, you go, "Oh, I've got a trick here!" And instantly, you feel that alcohol cleanse from your system, and you're walking straight, and suddenly you're helping your brother down the hallway. He's like, "What happened? You were barely walking."
I'm a healer.
The best trick, you are my new drinking buddy.
I'm a healer, brother. I'm a healer.
I'm taking you out, but we go drinking. I go drinking next. Stumbles on down to his room. You help him into his room. Help him into bed before you go back to your own. He reaches out and grabs you by the wrist. Uncle Carrick's news changes everything. I'm free. God damn it, I'm free. I can actually do something other than bloody politics shit. He pauses. You know, Carrick, Uncle hates, right? All the politics and bullshit the council does. Was stupid old f***s.
Bye.
having to sit there and listen to the bloody stupidity. None of them moving forward with the future. And he gives this little hiccup, laughs, and before you can turn around to say anything, he's actually asleep. Next morning, you wake up bright and early, sun coming in through your window, or the dawn light coming in through your window, and you hear the bells of the keep calling the worshippers of soul to service and to prayer. And you recall that the whole of the keep are servants of emotional arm of the Church of Soul, so to speak, as well as the military body of the Kingdom of Salzgard. What are you doing, Varys?
I'm gonna grab Millie and go down to see if the markets are open. Yeah.
So you make your way down, coming down the stairs, and you make your way out into the city. And as stated when you guys first arrive, there are tents everywhere. You make your way towards down the rows and the roads, seeing tents here and there, not many of them open. You see stalls that have been set up in front of these tents and people preparing for the day. There's a blacksmith with a small portable forge that's come in. There seems to be some sort of kiln or for baking bread, or over there racks, clothing. Opposite that, mannequins with armor on them and guards standing there, dourly looking at people going past. As more of them are brought out. There's anything you can imagine here, you can find. But you are up early enough that they have not really started business for the day.
I'm looking to get Millie some breakfast, actually. Some like live mice or something.
You come across a small stall with cages. Cage there, and a small tank with. It's not a tank made of crystal or glass with mice scurrying around in it, or over there's some guinea pigs, some rabbits. Can I interest you in a new pet, sir? Comes a small voice. A young boy, about 13, 14.
No, thank you. But if you've got something for my pet to eat, all because if you've got a pet, because if you've got another pet for my pet to eat, that's what I'm after. Strangely enough.
Millie lifts her head and chirps. Eyes locked onto a little white mouse with a brown spot on its side. Nose twitching, little whiskers. Rubbing its little paws, cleaning its whiskers. And their gaze is just locked onto it. We've got some mice. Would that be okay?
Yes, yes, and as far as that goes, I believe Millie's already chosen.
He gingerly lifts a mouse out. That'd be a gold piece, sir.
There you go.
He lifts the mouse. Before he can hand it to you, Millie leaps off your shoulder and strikes, taking it out of his hand. There's a squeal as claws grip it and clench, piercing its body. She's already tearing into it with her mouth before she hits the ground. You look at the boy, he looks kind of green around the gills.
We all have to eat, son. This is the natural cycle.
Yeah, but it's making the other mice nervous. And they are panicked, huddled up against a wall away from one side where this is happening.
Well, as far as this goes, son, if you can just tell those mice not to be jealous, because I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Sure.
I don't know that they're jealous, sir. Or terrified.
And Varys just laughs to himself and says, "Thank you very much. Have a good day," and walks off.
You hear a chirp behind you, and Millie flits back to your shoulder, licking the blood from her claws and whiskers. Or whatever. I don't know if she has whiskers, but yeah.
Scales, I believe.
Yeah, but some dragons have like the little chin whiskers sort of things, whatever.
Especially the Eastern dragons.
That's true,
Yeah. I'd have to have a look at what she looks like, but yeah. So Millie has a nice meal. Colin.
I'm just gonna say, because after that, I'm gonna head over to A2 to try and catch up with the guys. But yes.
So as this is happening, Colin, you wake up to find the sun shining through the side of you. It's unfortunate because that hole in the back of your tent has had a nice kind of little breeze coming in through the night, and it's wide enough that the sun comes straight in on your face, waking you up earlier than you would have gotten up.
Ah, such cruelties. Oh. Right. Scram and Carve then. And just gets up, stretches, flicks, takes a look around to make sure nothing else has been dropped off during the night. Doesn't have to worry about.
Make a perception check.
$18.
You find beside you on your pillow a wooden case,
Mm-hmm.
nice and long. Upon opening it, you find a finely crafted dagger, a small note. It says, "A gift for Oleg. Kitty."
Sweet.
Cool.
What
Would that be a
kind of
+1
dagger
Ash?
is it?
I'm not the one to ask. Well, I am, but I'm not the one to ask. Who have ask?
Right. So, at the very least, can I tell whether or not it's just a regular dagger or non-regular dagger, but I'll need someone to identify for me.
Do you have any experience or proficiency in Arcana?
No.
It's a really nice dagger.
You can make an investigation check. In that case,
Oh, nice.
Natural 20.
have to get in your hand.
Nice.
It is perfectly balanced, as all things should be. The balance, the craftsmanship. It has heft to it. It's not too light, not too heavy. Testing the edge on your it's just edge. Maybe a pillow gets murdered. Maybe the tent gets a little bit of an extra carving on that new hole.
Mm-hmm.
Parts it like a knife, hot knife through butter. You've never had a blade this sharp.
Oof.
It doesn't look fancy. It's solid, simple, a workman's dagger. But that edge, man, and the balance.
Nice. As a result of this, can I identify what kind of dagger it is to add it to my inventory, or?
At this point, no. You have a suspicion that it is, if not enchanted, a masterwork item.
Right.
But you'll need someone with arcane proficiency or something like that to further identify it without your any experience in the arcane. You can tell that it is probably the best blade you have ever owned, though.
Sweet. Okay. Slide that into its scabbard, attach it to my belt within easy reach, and prepare to prepare breakfast. I'm preparing breakfast. That's what I'm doing.
You come out of the tent. Daisy waves high. Come out to give us a hand with breakfast there, Colwyn. She, as you walk over, she pours she's been travelling with you for a while. Pours a hot cave, hand holds it out to you.
Absolutely. I know what side my bread's buttered on.
Oh, the rumour has it that's not the only thing you were buttering last night.
Well, you know what they say about rumour. It's a coin flip as to how accurate it is.
Well, visitors in your tent, seen coming out of the troop leader's tent as well later that night. You're a busy man, apparently. And she gives you a cheeky smile.
Aye, busy enough. And he leans in. Well, people should learn to mind their business. You never know what you're going to stumble into in the dark.
Hopefully I don't stumble into your tent. She gives you a wink.
Something
best
tells me
hope
she
not.
wouldn't mind.
Sorry, Colwyn, you were talked over.
He says, you better not.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of
I'll
it.
get the
Then she looks
toast
sad.
on.
Then she looks sad and goes, I have not since he went anyway.
Quick background. What's Daisy's story? This is my character.
She's the one that was vaguely. It probably would have come up between conversations between you and Jadis, but she was a dancer that was kind of in love with Silver. The hero worshipped him, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So she is quite literally just teasing you at this point.
The whole showing for the pain and all that.
Mm.
That being said, I'm more than amenable to a pint of ale in the right place, if you need an ear. I've lost more than my fair share of comrades along the way, and some meant more than others.
She gives you a brave smile and goes and shakes her head. I haven't lost anyone. And determined look. I'll be here when he comes back. Waiting.
As you please. And he goes off to make brekkie. Now bear with me while I get this. I deal with something on my end. So, yeah, come on.
Which brings us to Golda.
Oh, yes. What do you need?
You're waking up, so what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
Right. I suppose I ought to get my arse out of bed and get stuff done.
As you get up, you hear from down the hall a deep baritone voice singing at the top of his lungs. And he's got quite the voice. You recognize it as your cousin singing this fairly raunchy sea shanty.
I quickly get dressed and join in.
You come out, and apparently several of the guards had too much to drink last night, and Dwarven constitution aside, they are not faring too well this morning.
I sing louder.
The guards at his door give you the dirtiest look.
Go over to my cousin and shake his hand.
He grins broadly and comes to stand at the door, voice booming out, basically beside the ears of his guards.
Cool,
Yeah,
man.
sounds about right, yeah. Good morning, cousin.
Good morning, lad. Just serenading these boys. Apparently they had a bit of Spexy spirit, apparently. Doesn't agree with
Oh.
Dwarven constitutions.
It really doesn't, no. I've learned to keep away from that stuff.
Yeah, well, no, I believe these lads are learning it as well.
I think they probably have.
He reaches
This
over.
conversation is at the top of their voices, by the way.
Yeah, he reaches over and not too gently pats one of them on the shoulder, nearly knocks him off his feet. Nah, lad. It'll put hairs on your chest, I'm sure.
It might put hairs on their eyeballs if we're not careful. Right.
Wow.
I think I'd best be about my business. I need to go see about some half plate.
No. Come here to the window. I got something for you. He reaches into her chest and hands you a spyglass. Down there, can you see him? He looks like he's waking up.
Oh, fantastic. Right. Oh, yes. I think he is waking up. I think he's just realising, and
His best bit is that the dwarf's still curled around him.
I know.
Those arms are locked around him tight, man.
Golder at this point hands the spyglass back, and he's literally crying with laughter.
Oh, God, look at the panic on his face.
Oh, stop, cousin. I think my sides are going to burst.
Very, very distantly in the sound, it's like you hear, what did I do last night?
At that point, I'm guessing both of us are absolutely crying with laughter.
Pretty much.
Later in the day, you'll see him with an axe trying to chop down a flagpole to get to his undergarments.
Oh dear.
Darren is literally crying from the laughter. But back of his hand brushes across his eyes. Oh, that's pure gold, lad. I wish I could mine that. We'd be making a fortune.
Oh, aye. Oh, class. The old ones are the best, eh? That's fantastic.
Thomas is really missing out.
He really is, yeah.
That's all right. This is recorded. He can listen to it later.
Unfortunately, 6 people was way too many, man. 5 is pushing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Anyway, right. I'd best grab a bite to eat and then be about my business, really. Go see the laddies and lassies and then wander off and see if I can get this half plate thingy.
Yep. He reaches out a hand to shake yours. It was a pleasure seeing you again, cousin. Don't be a
Aye.
stranger. And
I won't be, don't worry. Well, all
let
my
me
stuff's
know.
here.
Yeah, well, yeah. But don't forget that we're here when you go. If you need a ship for the regret, we're by your side. They're kin.
Thank you, cousin.
And
Thank you, cousin.
that ship is your home.
Aye. It certainly is. I can't wait to get back on board at some very near point. But we'll see how the winds take us. Fair winds and fair sailing, brother. Cousin.
Fair winds and fair sailing, lad. He reaches out, grips your shoulder, and he might enjoy the practical joke, but his face is dead serious as he talks about the storm's regret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate it. And yeah, makes his goodbyes and off he goes. And I will be heading down, hopefully past Grimnir.
As you go out the front door, you see him sort of. Basically, he's ripped half the bush up and he's using it to cover himself as he stares stares upwards. You look up and go, "Oh, so that's where they ended up."
Basically, yeah, that's it. Morning, Grimnir, and just carries on walking. Doesn't say anything more, but you can see his shoulders going as he's laughing as he's going.
Grimmir's like,
Literally, he's trying not to laugh, but he can't help it.
As you're going out the gate, you see up in the battlements several of the guards leaning against the thing, big smiles on their faces.
Yeah, tears rolling down their face.
Behind you, you hear a grumble. Oh God, what did I get up to last night? Why am I naked? God, sees the naked human. Why are you naked?
At this point, Golden just cracks. He can't take it, and as he's walking out through the gate, he's howling with laughter. And he makes his way to A2.
You find Colin there preparing breakfast, and we will flip to Tenya. Tenya, you hear a commotion outside your workshop there through the window. Roar of laughter, and what did I get up to last night suddenly?
Walks up to the window and looks outside.
You see a naked man standing there with half a bush ripped up, covering himself.
Is the workshop in the basement or on ground floor?
No, it was up in the tower. It was up a
okay.
floor or two.
I was going to say, because that would be an interesting view.
Yeah.
Where she's sort of standing, she's looking down at his bare ass, basically.
She kind of like turns away from the window. Her face is bright red, kind of like fuming, like, oh, what the hell is going on? Someone talked about dinner feast. Yeah, I'm sort of glad I missed out. Well then, she gathers up her equipment and stuff from her workbench, her gun frame into her belt. Drinks up a cup of coffee and then like starts moving outside.
Have you done the safety system on the crossbow?
Yeah.
Do you present it to the guard outside your door?
Yes. Well, actually, who would she? Who was the person she had the commission from? Because I think that's the person.
Temend. But the guard's there to make sure you don't leave until it's done.
Oh yeah.
Well, the safety system on your gun more than anything. That was the thing for your freedom. The fine paid and the safety system. You didn't go anywhere until the safety system on the rifle was done, and you could prove it.
Oh right.
I think if
How did we decide upon that? How it was going to work for her? With the internal safety, not the, because the one she's designed for the guard and stuff, that's like an external switch.
Well,
But
you said you were going to have a enchantment, and you'd have to talk to someone about the enchantment. Into the stock with mage hand in it, unless you use your own mage hand for it.
Yeah. I mean, I could basically do it like for brevity. It could be like when she's handling the rifle herself before combat and stuff, the safety will be off. But as soon as she takes her rifle onto her back or hands it over to someone, she will like do
have
a
it as an
cantrip.
automatic, as I do this, as I draw the weapon, sort of thing.
Yeah.
We'll just have it as an assumed thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey now, miss, where are you going? I was told by the investigator you weren't to go anywhere until you fix that rifle of yours, that weapon of yours.
Right. Yeah, the safety is on now.
So you're done? You'll need to, I'll let the investigator know to meet you down at the range so you can demonstrate it.
Okay.
Come for me. And he takes you down towards the range.
Just as a thing though, I will have that like an enchantment later on the weapon, so that she can like activate through her own magical means. Because right now I'll have to change out my cantrip spells just so I have the mage out. So I'll be getting rid of either firebolt or mending.
You'll have to have that as a thing, man, for the time being. And he sends a messenger to go get Tammin, and you all meet up down at the firing range.
Yep.
Okay, so you said you've developed a safety switch. If you'd be so kind as to load the weapon.
Very well. She loads up the weapon the normal way. No, because I haven't attuned. Well, I guess I have had time to.
You would have attuned it by now, yeah.
Yeah, but she'll still load it the normal way, just so people actually see.
Okay, so he points at the target. He points to the target. Now, fire at the target.
And she does. I will do this twice, if that's all right with you.
No, you will do it once, and then you will reload. Please follow the instruction.
Very well. She fires at the target.
Reload your weapon.
And she reloads.
May I have the weapon?
What was that?
Tamman holds out his hands politely, says, "May I have the weapon?"
Very, very well. She does a cantrip movement and hands while she's handing over the weapon, making sure that she knows for sure the trigger will be locked.
Okay, so he takes it and goes, "It's a safety enabled."
Safety is enabled now, yes.
He lifts it to his shoulder as he's seen you do. His stance is nothing like yours. Aims at the target, squeezes a trigger, which does not move, or there is no effect.
Yeah.
You have done as we asked. Now, the matter of the fine, and we can close out this business.
So she takes out a pouch that she had made ready previously with 50 gold exactly, and hands it over.
Takes it, opens it, counts it out, puts it back in the pouch. Now, I believe you were commissioned to develop a safety mechanism for the guard's crossbows.
Yes. And she has a crossbow. One of the crossbows she got. I assume that she had handed over to her.
So you've got the prototype there, basically, and you've got the blueprint that you created for that, etc.
She hands over the crossbow and the blueprint, and then explains how the safety works on it. Like, this one is more of an exterior safety. There's a tiny switch on the side here that you flip over, and that will lock or unlock the trigger mechanism.
Perfect. And the commission that you were promised hands you back gold.
Thank you so much.
He holds out his hand to shake
with
yours.
like a very slight grin to her face. Like, she feels very content. Like, she didn't come on top of it.
He holds out his hand and goes, "It was our pleasure, Lady Grimes."
She shakes it very happily. Thank you so much.
Now I believe I will return to my breakfast. It's a pleasure. And enjoy your time in Dune City.
Yes, thank you.
You have now lost access to that workshop, as I know.
Yes. Which is sad.
Oh, you'll have your own one day.
Wonder if I can create like a mobile one.
So, who was where? Kenya's come out. Varus, where were you? You were wandering around, heading to the camp.
Yep, headed
You
to
arrived there
Has Grimnir managed to get himself inside by now? No, Tanya's outside.
No. She sees him walk past. He's looking at the sky. He goes, "Thunder from a clear sky!" Runs into the thing. "What are you up to,
Oh, poor Grimnir, always getting picked on.
No, what he heard was the sound of your gunshot.
Oh yeah.
Not an unreasonable conclusion to come to.
So I'm assuming you head back to A2 there, Tenya? To camp, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to try to reconvene with everyone.
So you arrive at camp same time as Varus is coming back from obtaining merely breakfast to find Colvin cooking up a meal. And not far behind you comes in Golda.
Hi.
Morning, all.
Good morning, Master Varus. How are you?
I'll get you to pause there. Jadis, you hear these conversations and the sound at the camp waking you up as with the increased noise.
Just stretch lazily and just sort of like kind of contemplate whether or not I'm going to get up or not. Nobody's yelling. It's usual. I'm not that hungry. Fuck it, I'm going back to sleep. And she just rolls over.
All right.
She is a cat, and she has taken the opportunity to be fucking lazy.
Yep.
Yep, if ever there was a time for it.
Yep.
Righto.
Oh, guys, you should have seen the workshop. It was great.
Oh, I'll bet. Do you get everything sorted?
Oh, yes, I did. I paid the fine,
Excellent.
and I got my commission paid. So that
Excellent,
zeroes it
excellent.
out.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Mr. Colin here has for breakfast. Because, you know, second breakfast's always fun. Some of us
By the
had a
looks of
heavy
things,
night
you
last
need
night.
it.
Aye.
Yeah. As far as that goes, I had this genius idea when I was stumbling back to my room last night, being helped by my brother Adrian, and suddenly I cured myself of my alcohol poisoning. Then I helped him to bed.
Good move. Oh, I like that. Ooh, that could be interesting to put you and Grimnir up. Mine depends how many times you can unpoison yourself with the amount Grimnir drunk last night. By the way, he was looking healthy and naturey earlier on. I don't know if any of you saw.
That's odd.
Tanya-
I would have
Tanya
thought he would be feeling a
rushes
bit peaky.
Tanya just rushes up
saw
there.
him. Varus had to walk past him.
I
Oh
did-
no, you were up before he was about, weren't you?
Probably yes.
Mm.
As far as that, because I did hear some complaints from people in the market about naked men. As far as that goes, some people are just degenerates in this world.
Aye, Grimnir is.
Tanya goes real quiet.
We degenerated him into a bush with a dwarven guard. There may
Tanya
have been
goes-
some
Naked, I'm guessing.
nakedness involved. Nothing to
Fine.
do with myself and a variety of other people at all.
Tanya is just goes real quiet again and even more red, like almost steam coming off her face.
I was going to say her face is more red than her hair at this point.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I'm gonna have to get Millie to watch over me if I ever decide to go drinking with you guys.
That's probably a very good idea.
I'm
It's
never
mainly-
drinking with you guys.
I can imagine why not, Tanya. But it's more of a case of I think it was more my cousin and all of us egging each other on. So I think as long as it's just me, you'll be fine. But if there's all three of us, me, Raven, and Doran there, then I'd probably run away.
Hi, Pooch. Wait,
Doesn't answer.
what do you? Wait. Picks up the ball. Like, what happened?
No.
Oh.
It's not there to see.
Oh, wait. It's not there to see at all.
You are not in. You are not in Jadis's tent. I hope you're not
right.
in Jadis's
Never mind.
tent.
Never mind. I thought she wasn't like in the same area.
No.
Okay, never mind. Where's Pooch?
Last I saw, she was in the tent with Jadis.
Right. Is she awake or grumpy or?
You want to risk it? That's your neck.
I probably wouldn't. I'd probably have your breakfast first.
Oh, fine. I'll wait.
There we go.
Well, if it's a choice
Yeah.
between breakfast or Grumpy Kitty, I know which one I'm choosing.
Toast and eggs.
Oh, splendid!
I want bacon.
Daisy starts loading up a plate with bacon.
Yay! Gobble.
Uh,
What'd you get up to then, Colin? obviously you've just heard what we were up to.
Funnily enough, I got a message from an official.
I see.
I'm going to need your help.
Mine in particular, or everybody?
Well, depends on who's available to get involved. Long and the short of it is, we're kidnapping Oleg.
Oh, well, actually on that one, okay, but he's actually... The head of our clan has decided to put a kill order on him. He's kill on sight, basically. So,
He will get killed.
In order for me to stay that for long enough, I take it this is your own business's sort of leanings. They'd like a little word with him before we make sure that he doesn't bother anybody ever again.
That's the crux of it, yeah.
Okay. Sounds fun.
Yeah. Besides,
Always
I'm
willing
not
to
one.
learn new methods. Right, I'll see if I can send a message to Doran, clan leader, and let him know that he needs to be captured and put in front of people. I'm sure he'll be delivered in mostly intact, so that you can answer questions at least.
Yeah, I mean,
I just need to make sure that he's dead once everything's finished.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, it's not exactly a stay of execution, more a what's the word? Like a walk around. He's taking the scenic route.
The Green Mile.
Like a friendly word in his ear.
How much was Varys told about who Oleg is?
I think I did mention it to people.
I'm pretty sure that Oleg came up with it. Yeah.
All right.
He's an outcast, and he's definitely a bad egg. And now that there is a definite kill order on him because the clan chief's the only one who can do that. So,
did you mention his allegiances? Who he works for?
He's a crownsman.
He's a tailor. I thought he was a sailor, not a tailor.
He wasn't much of a sailor, I can tell you that. But he's in with that particular organisation.
So he makes clothes. Why is he
a different branch? And the kings and the crownsmen don't just make clothes, laddie. They are the spy network for Solsgard.
And no one told me this.
Thought they had.
Didn't ask.
Nope, but he's in the dark.
At this, Varys looks dejected. He looks like... All right, is there anything else? All right, I think we need to have a quick meeting and get everything out we might not have told each other.
Why don't you just pay attention?
I wasn't told.
Yeah. He wasn't there. Aye.
On a side note, I'm pretty sure Jadis doesn't know about the crownsman either.
But she's not there, is she?
Nope.
Not yet. And I just pulled Varys to one side and said, "Aye, laddie, we found that out. Don't worry about it. Most of them are good men. Oleg, on the other hand, and possibly his boss, who I think Colwyn came across, are from a different branch. They're from the western side, not the eastern side. The eastern side was the lads we came across. The western side, they're a bit dodgy, and there could be problems there. So, but Oleg is definitely a bad apple, and we definitely need to take him down. But aye, they're basically the spy network for Solsgard.
Pretty much. Trouble with a capital.
Trouble.
All right. As far as this goes, guys, just like I'm guessing you all heard about how my uncle Carrick, about how my uncle Carrick got what was the attempted? He had an attempted assassination before we met, right?
I remember you saying anyway, lad.
Yeah, yes, and it's interesting because when I talked to my uncle, he seemed to think that the same people were behind the assassination to the same people who corrupted my brother, who we had to kill. It's apparently a group called the Hidden. Apparently a group called the Shadowed Hand, and apparently it was this group of elves, and we fought them, and they left, and they went up north, and they had a run-in with the Assassin's Guild there, and we thought they all died. They all got killed.
Well, I would suggest that they're not, and it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to infiltrate the Crownsman as well, which is possibly where Oleg comes in. So I think if we can capture Oleg and get him to talk, I think there's some people who can make him do that. Isn't that right, Colin? And
more than likely.
I would say so. And I think the more information we can get, the better, I think, at this point. But Oleg is under a death sentence, so we can delay it for so long, of course. I'll have a word with my cousin and see if we can stay people's hand in case they get hold of him first.
They say as though that's going to be an easy thing. No offence meant, but it's not like you can just walk up in the street and shiv him. Unless we can do that.
Do we know where he is?
I'd suggest that he's around here somewhere. I think it wouldn't surprise me if he came to Dune City, especially since we've got this big conference coming up.
True.
Opportunities for assassination are quite high here, I would have said. There's a lot of people and you can hide easy. So if we can get to him first, that would be even better, but I'm not 100% sure where to start, to be honest.
How about a new pair of shoes?
I think Colwyn would probably have better idea and possibly better contacts to put a word about to try and find him than any of us.
Yeah. If anyone has a drawing, a drawing of him, maybe Millie can keep an eye out as well.
Hey, that's a point, actually. I'll, as I say, hang on. Is there a messenger about that could take this up to Clan Chief Doran in the keep?
I'm sure we can get it.
I'm asking in general, shouting out.
Daisy looks up. I can send one of the younger dancers up to talk to your clan chief if you'd like.
Right, hang on a minute. He sits down and writes out a note to his uncle explaining basically what I just have. That interested parties are wanting to have a very good chat with him before he meets his demise. And could we please capture rather than kill on sight? And
she waves over
to him the situation, seal it, and give it to the.
As one of the younger dancers comes up for breakfast, she reaches out, touches him on the hand, says something to him quietly, scarfs down their food, and comes over to you to take the message.
By which point I've sort of finished the message and what we're going to be doing and etc. and why. And like I say, I seal it and give it to the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Before we break up, can Varys pull Tanya aside and have a chat?
Mm-hmm. Sure can. Venny, what are you doing there? I saw that 19.
Yep. She's gonna. Jadis is gonna get up, get dressed into some nice, just simple and sensible kind of traveling clothes. Going with a sort of like a weird, like fox red fur color this time though, with cheetah spots.
Interesting. Calder's in his normal gear, by the way. He's packed away his fancy stuff.
As she's exiting the tent, she's going to kind of pick up the ball and the Steel Defender's ball, make her way to the breakfast area, spotting Tanya. Hey, Tinkerer, you missed something. And she's going to lob it at her.
Dexterity check.
Catch.
Saving throw or
Saving throw. See whether
14.
You almost catch it, but it slams into your chest. I was almost going to say face. Take 1 point of damage.
The hell, Jadis?
You need to take better care of things under your responsibility. You left the poor thing staring at the wagon all night.
Well, I wasn't going to have him in the cell with me.
But instructions matter. You told him to watch wagon. Watching wagon. Sat there staring at it. Think. You have brain. Use it. Goes to go and get a bacon sandwich.
I do have a brain. It's not like it's alive.
Yes, it is.
She kind of arches her brow like she thinks to herself, shows how much you know.
Has soul. It is alive. You created it. You breathe life into it.
Philosophical to Android's dream.
You think Bastion is not alive? Is not soul? Is not person? What is difference?
Kind of different.
Oh, still same.
Well,
I'm going to say
Spend
the Jadis, they would be the same.
Same. Spend time with your pup. You see. Everybody here knows.
It's true. Look, no matter what way you slice it, even you've got to look after your tools. Sorry, pup.
like just off the record. Just to be frank, the construct is different from a Warforged, though. The construct is actually made through arcanical means. The personality they get, it's what I decided to be once I...
Yeah, but you know that. You know that, but none of us do.
Yeah, it acts like a dog, it walks like a dog, talks like a dog, basically. They is robot, but is dog.
Yeah, it doesn't have feelings, sort of.
But
well,
we don't know that because to us it's acting like a dog.
Yeah.
It seems
we
to
all
be.
think it's a pet. We all think it's great.
Yeah, for all seeming, for everyone else, it does look like it has a personality and feelings, but it really doesn't. It's just what I've chosen it to project.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but
Grey areas, ghosts in the
anyway,
machine, etc.
that's a conversation we'll have later.
It's not like you infuse it with a soul like you Warforged.
Well, you say that, but you'd never know in this campaign.
I thought this was supposed to be a conversation for another time.
That's a conversation for Nord and I.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right then.
So Jada sits down with a bacon sandwich. Right, so what is people's plans? How is you?
Oh, hi, Jadis. I don't think you were there either. So, bit of news, because I'd forgotten to tell you earlier. But you know the crownsman that we went and got all those nice garments for?
We went to Taylor, yes?
Yes, that's the one. Well, the crownsmen are actually the spy network for Solsgard. Now you know.
Strangely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. So anyway, yes, I'm going out to look for some half plate armor. See if I can't get myself a bit sturdier, and I think Colwyn's probably coming with me because we're going to go and look for Oleg.
Yep.
I think some people have some very searching questions for him, and we need to find and capture the bugger. So, if you spot him...
What does he look like? Wait, has Jade has actually kind of seen him? I don't think she
Nope.
has she? Oh.
The only one that would have been Golda, but livery looks the same.
Who was with me in the warehouse?
Me.
Yeah, but he never
Yeah,
saw
me
him.
and Colin
yeah.
know what he looks like.
From
So-
where I believe from where I'd have to check the video, but I don't think Colin would have had line of sight of him when he leaned out the window, yelled at you, and tried to shoot you with that crossbow.
Yeah, I would
Right.
know him only by voice.
Mm.
Right.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. In my note to Dorin, I asked for a picture or a likeness to be drawn or by somebody.
Yep. Feel free to describe him and what he looks like.
Oleg. I can't remember what I said now.
Make
Did
it
he
up
actually
on the...
have a red? Did he actually have a red beard? I can't
think
remember.
so. That's what I was thinking to do, is a redhead.
Yeah. I seem to recall that as well for some reason.
Yeah, same.
That's it.
So
Dwarf
he's a redhead.
It doesn't look a million miles from me, but he's obviously uglier and he's got red hair. Not that makes him uglier, but he's also a bit of a sellsword. He's quite dangerous, but not to me, really. I'll splat him into the floor if I get the first opportunity. But it's more leg removal. He does have a death warrant on him from our clan chief at the moment, but I've asked for it to be in abeyance, so it's capture rather than kill at the moment.
Hopefully first, kill later.
Oh yes, and of course the other thing. Sorry, go.
Does he have any tattoos, piercings? Notable features aside from redheads?
Oh, he's a crownsman.
Well, he is a crownsman. But,
they don't exactly advertise that.
I think identify mark. I need a tattoo. I think I need a tattoo of some description, but I can't think.
Up you can make that what you want, or I can do it.
Shall we say he's got like something unusual, like a tattoo of
a boar,
some sort of creature?
I'd say let's make it a... You know what? Let's make it so that about 10, 12 years ago, a whole heap of the Storm's Regret crew got a tattoo of the same thing on it, which is a mermaid holding a storm bolt that was weeping. It's the Storm's Regret.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whether you got the same tattoo or not, upper right shoulder, hey?
Probably unlikely because he's one of the officers.
It's
more sort of crew thing, I would have thought.
Yeah. And you're aware of that a lot of the crew got that tattoo at the time, and the majority of them still have it.
Yeah. So
you do know that
drawing of it for everybody.
You do know that when the tattoo was so it starts on the upper right shoulder and goes down the right arm. You do know that, however, that when he got it after his exile, that several of the crew slashed a tattoo crossways across it, scarring it.
Right. So this several of the crew a while back got a mermaid tattoo, clutching a storm bolt. Okay, it's on the upper right arm from the shoulder and goes down the arm. However, when he was disgraced, several of the crew took it on themselves to slash across it, so there will be a visible scar through this tattoo. That's how you can tell it's him. The red hair, the dwarf, that tattoo, and the scar. That's unique.
I will keep eye out.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, if you all could keep your eye out. But I say, approach with caution, because he's likely to have some friends with him. Not that I don't think you could handle him, but, you know, a cornered man's
Problems tend to
dangerous.
stack.
Aye. Well, he's a bully, isn't he? So he's going to have some friends with him.
Right. That's so yeah, that's my kind of key business. Is there anything else that anyone else needs to be getting on with as a matter of importance for today or the next few days?
Yeah, just my armor, mate.
Yes.
I need to speak to an enchanter.
Oh, that's the point. He takes the dagger and scabbard out from his belt, puts it on the table, says, I need someone with arcane knowledge to identify this for me. It's a really nice blade, but there's some details on it that I'm missing.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. And I reach over, touch it, and cast Identify.
So, Ash?
Yep, give me a sec. Getting you the details. Getting you the details.
I was legitimately worried that he may have closed his eyes a moment.
I'd literally forgotten about it till you mentioned it just then, man.
So had Colwood until Vanny brought it up.
You have information there to Vanny. You did the identify, yeah?
Yep, I did the Identify. Oh, this is nice. This is a dagger of venom.
Oh.
So.
Aye.
You'll get a. Not in character, as I kind of read this out from the kind of thing. You'll gain a +1 bonus to attack, damage roll, and damage rolls made with this weapon.
So it's a +1 magical weapon.
Yeah. You can use an action to cause thick black poison to coat the blade. Poison remains for 1 minute or until an attack using this weapon hits a creature. That creature must succeed a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned. It can't be.
Yeah,
the dagger can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
Yeah.
The proficiency with dagger allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
Yeah, that's a special.
Congratulations.
Yes, I've added that to my character sheet.
Oh, that's nice. I thought I did well with the great axe.
It's a very rare item. You have good friend.
Good friend and a hard job.
It's a very special gift for a very special dwarf down the track.
Yeah.
All right. And as far as says, oh yeah, just to keep everyone on the same page. Just to keep everyone on the same page, Jadis. It's ironic because I found out who tried to kill my uncle and who and also found out exactly who turned my brother against us. Apparently, it's a group called the Shadowed Hand. So we got to look out for
hand, no shadowed. Shadowed hand.
So we have to look out for a group called the Shadow Hand, elven assassins who have been moved on from everywhere and thought dead.
Fantastic.
That is strange because the drug that they used to drug me during trip up here was poison used by these people.
I thought you were just sick.
Not by choice. And deliberate, it seems. Whether or not the two in question actually knew about it or it was opportunity, I don't know, quite honest. don't know why anybody would actually want it. But I have told investigator inside. He knows.
Okay.
Tanya, may I have a quick word before we all break off?
Fine.
I need your help with a personal project over the next few days. You see, I need to plan my brother's funeral. Now, Elven tradition says that the body should be burnt. But as we have no body, it is sometimes allowed to have a effigy made out of wood and such. And you are the most artistic out of us. I was wondering if you could help me sometime in the next few days craft an effigy of my brother for the funeral.
I'm not really that skillful with wood. I'm more of a metal jeweler, kind of alchemy. I'm not really that skillful with wood, to be honest.
I know, but if you can make a dog out of metal, you can at least help me try and get the frame right for a wooden person. He's not quite sure on how to do this himself, but yes.
I guess I could try.
All I ask.
I think Jadis was saying something at the same time you started there too.
I was just kind of saying that after Jadis had finished there, she was going to head out to go and find an enchanter.
Yep. So you're heading to an enchanter.
The
One
only one I
second.
know.
Golda's going to pipe up. Well, if you and Tanya have no joy getting the thing right, you could probably always go and try and talk to that gnome. Although how friendly he'll be, I don't know.
Well, I think he's more of a tinkerer like myself. I think you, to be honest, I think you would be better off actually finding a carpenter of sorts in around here.
Well, you can always help him look to find a good one. I'm sure you know good craftsmanship when you see it. Varys might not be quite so knowledgeable, but you never know.
Well, I can help you find a carpenter.
So, shopping session next week.
I believe so.
Looks
yeah.
like.
Well, shopping and investigations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll probably about wind it up there. It's midnight here. It was a good solid 4 hours. I mean, we can keep going if we want now. I don't care. But
I
it's
think
getting
it's
a bit
nice
late on for you
natural.
guys.
Yeah, it's a good stopping spot.
Oh, and of course, next week I've got my move on, so to do stuff around that.
Yeah.
Okie pokey.
I tell you, you will not be joining us then, Ed, next week.
I'm going to say I can't guarantee it. I will try. I'll have had
Not a
the kind of
problem.
mate. Yeah, I'll give you details after we've wrapped up and logged off.
Yeah. Perfect. Anyway, we'll round it off there. So MVP, we'll start from the top today with Colin.
Ooh. Tricky. I'm going to give mine to Triss for his hobnobbing at the feast and of in very particular forms of ingratiation that he was doing. I thought that was fun.
Golda.
Well, this is tricky since I've spent most of my time with. To be fair, I want to give it to Dorin and Raven. To be absolutely honest, for stitching up Grimnir.
Appreciated, thank you.
Seriously, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for that.
Cool. DM inspiration. No.
But otherwise, tricky. I think I'll give it to Tanya, for managing to completely and utterly get off the fine and ingratiate herself with Tamind, who seems to quite like her.
I am gonna go with Golda because of clansman shenanigans. You were part of it, let's be honest.
Oh god, yeah.
But there's also the interaction between you and your clan leader and everything like that. It flows so naturally. It's brilliant. The way that you just bounce off of everything that happens.
Well, thank you. I get 10 out of 10
Agreed.
to Ash for that one as well with the playing Dorin. It's great fun, those conversations. I love them.
Come and have a look at this. It looks like he's making up.
I gotta agree with Vanny, Golder. Your plan role play there and shenanigans. It's just really entertaining. So that's my vote as well.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
First.
All right. I'm going to do some quotes from here. Honorable mention to Colwyn. I probably would have given it to him if he didn't already have inspiration. Colwyn for "Is this a booze hound?" Honorable mention to our esteemed DM for "Turning wine into water is the darkest of all magecraft."
That was from Doran.
Honorable mention for Jadis for "Most people wait until the morning for the walk of shame."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I've forgotten that.
But I'm going to have to go Golder as well.
Thank you.
For all the interactions with his cousin.
It really was bloody good, man. That was a great session. We just bounced off each other so well with that. Really good.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun to do.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Take your inspiration, Golda.
Thank you.
Nord, I think yours is done and dusted, man. If you.
Oh, I used mine. Last time.
Okay, so yep.
Oh, yeah.
Colwyn and Varys next week. If you haven't used it, it's gone.
Yep, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Great session, guys.
It was.
Right,
Name
starting
for
at the bottom. Name for the session.
Shindig.
Shindig.
I'm drawing a blank right now. It was very chaotic, so I can't really come up with a single.
Oh god, mine is a reference to like 2000s dance music. Go on, Becca.
I was just saying, my suggestion is simply raising the good flag, tidy whitey.
Hoist the colours.
I was going to go with something similar, which was Solsgaard's new flag, but
we're not in Salzgard. We're in Dune City.
That's part of Salzgard, man.
Oh god.
How about Hoist the colours?
Oh, I like that.
That's good.
That is good, actually. Yeah, that's my vote.
Golda, host the colours from you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save the Solsgard shuffle for something else.
Yep.
Probably what I'm going to be doing when we have to leave suddenly. Yeah.
Probably.
So, what's your call there, Colin, on that?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the new Souls Guard colours. That's a good one.
Hoist the colours.
Yeah, hoist the
Hoist the
colours.
colours, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I won't bother going back through because that's free on that one as it is anyway.
That's a great. That is good.
Hoist the colours.
Anyway, for anyone that might have been watching, what were you thinking?
Don't insult the audience. There are comedians out there for that.
Anyway, obviously, you can tell we enjoyed the hell out of it. We spent most of the time with a big grin on our face. I know I did.
Yep.
Great session, great fun. Very Golda and Varus centric there. I try to spread it out, but sometimes you can't escape it being focused on one or two characters, unfortunately, due to the situation.
Yeah,
But
I didn't mind. I got the little look in, and yeah, it's all good.
And a shiny new dagger.
So shiny.
Anyway, thank you. Have a great day or night or whatever time it is. We'll be back next week, maybe or maybe not. Sans a Colin or Ed.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how we go. Shopping session next week.
Yay!
Yay. And investigations for rogue dwarfs. But shopping session.
Shopping
Oh,
session.
yeah.
Most important
I'm
stuff.
gonna start looking for parts I need to finish up my pistol. Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
Shopping session.
It's a shame you don't have access to that workshop anymore.
Yeah. I might actually have to break in at some point.
Oh God.
Oh,
Please
boy.
do. Please do.
Yes, please do. Please
Yeah.
do.
We all want to
I
see that.
too like to live dangerously.
I mean,
Taman's going to assume that you're sort of doing it just to get his attention from that, if you do that sort of thing too often.
yeah,
Well, yeah. Anyway.
a
Bye
new
for now.
invention.
Yep. Take us out.
Thanks for tonight, and we'll be back next week. Have a great week.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.